already know how to we rocking. It's another very special episode of Bad for the Community. We are back. It feels good to be back. We left y'all on a little hiatus, but we are here to break down everything that needs to be broken down by yours truly. It is Rob, the 508 guard on the mic.
Yes, sir.
I love the support. I love the support. And we got Tomo to my left, St. East to my left as well.
Gang.
And we got the master of the chambers himself, Nate Nix in the room.
How you doing?
And as you can see next to me is one of my ops. Nah, I'm fucking with y'all.
That's crazy.
Nah, this is a real good friend of ours, a talented dude, and we've had him on the podcast. It's just one of those in the vault moments. You feel me? But I feel like there's no more. This is the appropriate time to have you make your return. After a very impressive performance at the Chambers. Yeah. And we'll get into that.
Why you always say the Chambers?
What is
it? Chamber.
The Chamber. All right. And we gonna get into that for the people who don't know. But to my left, I got Exoshakeem in the building.
What's up?
Make some noise for this man.
Yes, sir.
Make some noise for that man, bro.
Hey, you know, shout out my nigga Dion too. He in the room with us.
And Dion is in the room as well. Shout out to Dion, bro. You a legend, bro. I said
visual DST, man.
One of someone's favorite memories, like when I posted in the story, like, what's your favorite memories? There's like Dion crying during the challenge.
That's a good moment. That's a legendary moment right there.
But shit, we got a lot to break down, and I know
spicy at the table.
And I like that we had some time, because you know what happens in this internet era, everybody's so quick to be the first one to be on some shit. Facts. But now, you know, whatever we're talking about it's marinated. We've had some time to think about it and even live a little bit. You know, last week we had a very special week with the Chamber. And for those who don't know, it was basically, it's like a versus, but it's on the next level. It's a head-to-head tournament between some of the most talented MCs of Boston. And this is an event thrown by Thrill. That's Cam and Steph. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for even considering us. And it was four of us. We got Tomo, Exo, me, and Nate performing. And there was also C4, Retro, Milkshot Benedict, and Dom Dior. Yep. Dom Dior is yours shortly. So let's just get right into it. Let's get right into it. How do we feel getting
I won. So
talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Like, you know what I mean? When it came down to it, none of the niggas in this room were rooting for me. Literally, no one here was like, "Oh, Nate's gonna win." This nigga Eves was like, "Retro." Like, shout out Retro, but like, nigga me. Retro. This nigga Rob, obviously he's rooting for himself. Tomo rooting for himself. And this nigga Dion though, this nigga was like, "I don't know. I gotta see who the crowd rooting for." Like, because you never know the home crowd favorites. I don't
Dion
know.
You know what I mean? Runner.
Niggas was not really looking to me to actually win this shit. You feel me? I came into it. The only nigga that was saying off rip that Nate's gonna win, my nigga Sadiq. Shout out my nigga Sadiq, man.
He did say that.
No. You was a popular vote. We threw it on the story.
I thought you said Tomo was a popular
on the story
vote.
in real life.
But Tomo's on the other side.
People were saying that you was going.
In real life.
Yeah, I'm saying.
In real life.
Nah, but on life.
That's
on
what
the
really
poll,
matters.
it was your side was Dom Dior. That's who you went against in the first round. And then it was C4 and Retro going against each other. And whoever won that was going to verse you or Dom. Mm-hmm. Right? And people were saying it was either you or C4. It was like, that was the overwhelming favorite.
It was me. That nigga C4 didn't even make it out the first round.
Talk about
that
it.
Nigga Retro's kind of a horse, though. That nigga forced it. He's lit.
Facts.
He's kind of goated. I'm not
claimed
gonna lie.
it. I'm going to give that to Ease. He claimed that shit. And then on the other side, in the first round, it was me versus Exoshakeem. And then it was Tomo versus Milkshot Benedict. Right? So so
you shouldn't even be on the couch. You didn't make it out the first round either.
Well, shit, I didn't even perform.
Should Rob be on the couch?
Did Rob get robbed?
Okay, he thought about that.
Let's talk about it. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that one.
Snap.
But before we even get to the events and breaking that shit down, and if you don't even care, skip ahead. But you're missing out because it was a really dope event.
It was dope. Everyone did a great job.
How did y'all feel going into the event? Like, before actually entering the chamber, what was the mindset going into it?
I feel like I have the least.
How far back?
I feel like I have the least to say about it, considering I was in the spectating view of it. You know,
I was asking you.
All that nigga was thinking about was,
what this nigga said.
He's like, I'm not vlogging. Retro going
man. Zero bullshit. Nah, I mean, like, I thought regardless was gonna
Why is he answering the
I'm saying, he wasn't asking you, bro.
Oh, I can't speak on it?
Go ahead.
Y'all got it. Say it, peace. Say it, peace.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Now I don't want to talk no more.
That's wild.
All right, Tomo. I feel like funny enough, Tomo was like the most nonchalant nigga going into it.
I was the
This
whole
nigga
time.
Roberto
Like,
should go first. He lost.
No, but I put so
Now
much
you spit.
effort. I gotta be last.
that's crazy.
I over prepared.
You did put out.
I
You
don't
did put a
know.
lot of
In the
effort.
weeks going up to it, I wasn't really thinking about it that much. And then when I started seeing the tweets come out like a couple days before, I was just like,
Oh shit.
I was just like, all right, let me see. Because I felt like the most important part of the thing was like picking which songs you was going to do, your song
Facts.
arrangement. That was very key. And it honestly didn't matter how good your performance was. It really mattered like the crowd engagement and how hype you could get them.
That's a fact.
Type shit. Because they were saying that she didn't need to do performance tracks. So I was
Facts.
the whole time, like, I want to say probably like Thursday, I think I was picking out songs. I was like, all right, which song should I do first? And I was just like, I was playing through songs, seeing if I remember certain words to songs and shit. And then by Thursday night, I had it. And then Friday, I was like, bet, it's smooth. I ran through my songs a couple times. And then Saturday, I ran through my songs a couple times when we was outside. And then just went in and did my thing.
I think I never seen that from you before. Nigga sitting out there just going through his shit, rapping his shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when we
hard.
entered, he was just rapping to himself.
Yeah, that was
I
a
Standing on some shit, of course.
No, I'm saying I never seen you doing that like before the show like
type
that.
shit,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? That shit was hard.
When did it hit you
dude.
like, oh shit, I might have to put a little bit of effort into this?
Never.
Never.
Nigga said,
It was
that
a
did not cross-
performance
that
at the
didn't
end of the
cross
day,
my
though. I was
mind.
just glad to perform, bro. I hadn't performed in a grip. I just wanted to like, just rock out with a bunch of people, no bullshit. What I really thought the most about was just like picking the order of the songs I've been emphasizing type shit. You feel me?
'Cause it's
Nah,
like a
but you
set,
brought the
a different
clothes
type.
too, though. You brought
Yeah,
the clothes,
'cause-
so there was some thought process of like,
Nah, but I always bring out clothes at my shows, and I had to bring it out in a grip. And I had a bag of clothes that I was gonna bring out at my next show regardless, and it just happened to be my next show.
And I feel like that was on some business shit, no? Or is that you trying to sway the crowd?
Both.
it was
Yeah,
a little bit of both.
man.
Nigga said I want to win.
I'm about to give this shit out, but I didn't expect that shit
feel
to
like you waited
let
too
me
long.
win. What you mean?
I feel like you waited too long to be like, oh, I'm about to pass it out. I feel like you should have done that either in the first or second round.
You're saying
I
he
did it in
lost
the
the
second
round
round.
by the time he gave out the clothes?
I did it in the second round.
When he gave out the rest of the clothes,
that's
he
when I feel like
already
at that
been
point-
eliminated.
Niggas already knew like, no, you did it in the second round?
Yeah.
Okay, my
'Cause
fault. Then I'm
that's what-
remembering it
when I
wrong.
went up,
then.
I announced, I was like, yo, I'm gonna be giving away clothes in the second round and doing unreleased in the
Okay.
third
So
round.
he's like, you
And I
want
was
me to
like-
get to the second round
I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I
okay,
can, so I can
okay.
get the clothes.
All right,
That was a
XO,
good strategy.
what's the thought process going into it?
Yeah, for me, I was working on my set list like 3 weeks in advance. And so
shit.
you know what I'm saying, for real. So it was really about that strategy. And I knew it was gonna come down to the audience and just what they was feeling. And then like that energy, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning to the end, ultimately.
Okay.
Real.
I felt strong
Nah,
about
you gotta
it.
go
yeah.
now.
I
bro.
gotta go?
You gotta go now, cause I won this shit,
This nigga
bro.
won.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
speak
fact.
last, bro. I'm gonna let.
You got that. You
Honestly,
got
you should have went first.
Yo, so Pete, right? So everything they're saying is valid. Like I knew at the end of this is a popularity contest. Like it's about, well, more than that. Obviously, it's about the performances, everything. But the crowd is gonna determine it all. The moment they set the rules that like the crowd's cheers at the end of the round is gonna determine it, it was bigger than just like coming through with the best song or the best performance. Like you had to have the crowd engaged. It doesn't matter what you put on. If the crowd's not feeling it, you're not making it past the round.
you.
Chill,
Sheesh.
chill.
That joke will not be relevant much longer. But
Damn.
Hating on the ice spice.
nah, she gotta drop the next one. She gotta drop the next one. She
She gotta
gotta
drop
just
a
keep
remix.
moving. Facts.
Get me on there. Let me write for her.
You can
No
jack
cap.
their whole hairstyle.
So I'm just going into
She
it.
had to change it.
You feel me? I'm already at a disadvantage. I haven't dropped music in a minute, and well, you know, now it's motivating me. I gotta get back in my bag. You know, people want to see that. But so I just knew that with the popularity stands or just like the crowd, I was gonna have to work a little bit harder. You know what I mean? And we did the poll, and I can't last in the poll. Fuck y'all niggas. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
And
I'm
the
playing.
poll that
You know
you
who
put
else?
up.
You know who else did too though? Retro.
Retro niggas was
He left it
sleeping.
up to the music, bro.
He lost that poll with C4.
Yeah.
That one was close.
No, but it was 4 of y'all. It wasn't just between.
Yeah, like he had the lowest thing. His thing was like a little,
Oh.
and then he was like, "I love being the
Nigga
underdog."
said,
Oh.
So I'm just going into it like the whole thought process. Like my theme was killing niggas. I'm coming in. I'm destroying y'all
white man
niggas.
strategy.
Nah, because
Crazy,
to me,
nigga.
bro, I'm from the school of like,
Hard knocks.
rap is a competition. Rap is a sport. And it's like the best man will survive type shit. And I have to play into that. So obviously I got love for every artist that's on the bill. I don't got no
Facts.
smoke for EXO.
bunch
But
of real
I
niggas.
came in like I got to body this nigga. I came in with the shirts. I printed them shirts same day.
why you leave Dom off the shirt, man?
Bro, there was only 6 spots, bro. I'm sorry,
Damn,
bro.
Dom wasn't on the shirt. That's
Bro,
crazy.
I love Dom to death, bro. He wasn't making it past the first round, bro. That's no diss to him. Nate just was more prepared, bro.
I was very prepared.
It's just what it comes down to. Gotta just keep it a buck, right? But the shirt had, you know, the rest of the 6 of the people, right? Their faces, and then it was a Kendrick Lamar line. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas, trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you niggas. That's the mentality.
Because Dom's not a nigga. That's you should have opened. That's pretty bad.
That makes sense. But that's just the mentality I'm going into it. So I went to Party City. I got little foam tombstone, and I even made the shirt. One of the shirts was white.
Spent bread to lose.
You too.
I was a little over prepared. Clothes.
Competition.
Oh wait, what you mean competition?
To be in it.
I ain't spend no bread on that shit, nigga.
You didn't get the.
I told y'all niggas I wasn't spending no bread on that
That
shit.
nigga didn't even put his bread. You put the bread in?
I did.
You didn't put the bread in, nigga. You owe me 20 bills.
Bad sport.
Nah, bro.
Nah. They said it was one nigga that didn't do
Nah,
it.
you gotta give him free socks.
I ain't have no bread, bro.
I give him free socks
Yeah,
now.
let me get another pair of socks, man.
That's $30 right there, nigga. You already got it.
I paid what?
You ain't pay me for them shits.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
When?
I sent it to you on Cash App.
Oh, you did?
Anyway.
Oh yeah, see, nigga thought I was just nigga. Let me get them shits. Let me get 2 more.
So I had the shirt. I had the white shirt. It had the bloody handprints and everything. I'm really going with this idea. I had a slideshow I came up with last minute. It was on some like put a nigga on the Summer Jam screen type shit, and all the competitors had their like little funny meme and everything. And that's just what I went into. You feel me? Like even during the performance, there was like a little moment of silence I made everybody do. They thinking I really lost somebody. You know, I'm really in my actor bag. And I pull out the tombstone.
So do you feel like that played against you?
Definitely.
Yeah, it did.
You feel like
Before we break that down, do you want to hear Nate, or are we just getting right into it?
I had a question for you. The world needs to know. Did you actually not know his name, or did you just say that?
You say Jacoby Martin on purpose.
I didn't say Ja'Cory Martin.
You said Jacoby.
You said Jacoby.
I said Jacoby.
That shit was crazy.
Oh, I'm so that's why you came back and was like, my name is Exoshakeem.
Jacoby. This is the ultimate disrespect.
I didn't know that. I really thought I said Ja'Cory. Like I literally looked up his credits. I gotta know this nigga's last name and everything, bro.
Jacoby Martin.
My bad, bro.
That's all right.
Because I know your name is Jacoby. I know your name is
like,
Jacoby.
Maybe actually Jacoby's like a white name.
Jacoby?
Think so?
Yeah,
it was
like
just
Jacoby
in the-
Ellsbury.
It was just
I
in
didn't
the
know that.
Yeah,
moment
I've seen
thing.
white and black people with the name.
But
Jacoby Harris, there was a quarterback for like Miami.
Mix? White and black? You mean like white and black?
Like white
and
name
black people,
a black
Jacoby.
name.
Yeah.
But nah, that was nothing personal. I was probably in the moment. I really didn't mean to say Ja'Cory. All right,
That's cool.
but I think all
Nigga
those.
said it was nothing personal. When I said that when you were dead, I meant to say Jacoby.
I didn't say he was dead. I said his career after
Like,
that
here
moment.
lies Jacoby Martin. Everybody was like, oh, because you really thought he was like making a moment of silence. I was like, damn, who passed? I was like, that's fucked
That's
up.
why I was like, this nigga's a dickhead.
Yeah.
It was like everyone's quieted down. I'm like,
Tappy, he said,
this nigga's a dickhead.
You know, it's funny too, because when he broke it down to me, like, this is what I'm about to do, I'm like, oh, that's hard.
Funniest shit
But
too
then when I
is
see it actually in the moment, I'm like,
when he pulled off the shirt, I thought he was about to go shirtless. And then it was just another shirt, bro. That shit blew my mind, bro. When I tell you, bro.
that shit was crazy.
Niggas
and it had the handprints
I was
on
like,
it. And
yo.
shit.
Niggas understand that there was handprints.
I
Or the
didn't
lighting.
keep that
The
until after you got off
DIY
stage.
John.
Oh, okay.
I can see it, but I don't think niggas would have known. It just looked like a
So like you just pulled off the same shirt with just white, and I was just like, "Yo, this nigga's funny, bro."
So there was just a lot of thought process. Like I walked away from it because, you know, humbly I lost to Ja'Cory. We watched the video back and he just got a lot of cheers. I will say I feel like it was a little skewed. I feel like the system is a little flawed. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not saying you didn't deserve to get passed, but you know, I feel like if it was a different crowd, the shenanigans would have pushed it ahead. But I feel like people seen like, yo, this guy's kind of doing the most. He's kind of a little cocky. You feel me? And I might not even be familiar with his music too much.
Like, who is this nigga?
Who is this
Like,
nigga,
why?
bro? Why is he doing the most? And like, I could see why it could turn you off and be like, now I want to humble this nigga. I could see that because even observing it, like, and we'll talk about it, how the later rounds happen, you know, the people who ended up being in the finals, being Exo and Nate, their approach the whole time was like humble. Like they was real humble. Like even the moment I could see like Nate's face, everybody's cheering for him. He's an overwhelming winner in his round. And this nigga got the straight face. And he was playing into that. That nigga's cocky as hell inside. He's like, these niggas ain't got it.
He ain't saying that on camera.
Not at all.
He's a performer.
He ain't saying that on
I
camera.
wasn't.
Oh, nigga
was happy
tweeted,
to get-
I won.
I'm because I won.
You did win.
I won,
I feel
nigga.
you.
You couldn't tweet that.
And it's his birthday.
Yeah. My strategy going into it was like, you know, I was like the same as like Jakor, you know what I mean? Like 3 weeks in advance. Like they reminded me about the event because I kind of forgot about it. Cam called me. He was like, yo, it's going to be on the 24th. And I was like, oh shit, that's like, or he like wanted to get a date solidified and he said the 24th. I was like, that's the day after my birthday. So I don't know if I'm even free that day to do that. You know what I mean? But I ended up like clearing my schedule that day just for this particular event. And I wasn't really like super excited about it because I was like, I don't like being in competition with people. You feel me? Like competition is cool, but I don't like going up against people because I feel like it's like obviously like only one person can win. And for every like it's like if one person wins, that means that there gotta be someone that's gonna lose. And if someone loses, then it's like it can like it just I don't know. I feel like no one's a loser, you feel me? Like when it comes down to this shit, especially if niggas is working mad hard and putting in mad effort and energy into their shit, into their craft. So
That's like the
it just feels
participation
weird.
trophy speech,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean,
Come on,
it just-
nah, there's losers in this shit.
There
I
is.
lost, nigga.
And it just feels
It's okay.
weird to me to like be like, oh, like not just like you lost, but I beat you too.
I ain't
You feel
lost,
me?
nigga. The crowd lost, nigga.
Nah, that nigga sitting right there
I
to
lost
both of these
actual
niggas
bread,
out.
nigga.
Hey,
To
bro,
both of these niggas out.
I lost bread to this nigga DaBaby.
Damn.
Who's you rooting for?
Retro.
Yeah.
He put money on you.
Yeah, I'm
I
good
was like,
money.
nah.
That's
I'm good
also
money.
that's the thing. Good money, nigga.
Yeah.
You put your money on the wrong nigga. Retro's good money, but I'm
not-
gooder money,
I
nigga.
don't regret it. I'm good at money.
Yo, I will say this.
I'm gooder money.
I will say this, right? So,
At least on that day, nigga.
like we said, like the order is so important.
It is, and this is what me and Jacory was talking about too.
Yep.
I had prepared, like I put together a bunch of different possible brackets, and I was like, yo, if I go up against C4, then I know what I can do to get
Yeah,
C4
facts.
out of there. And if I go up against Retro, then I know what I can do to get Retro out of there. But the Retro route
Was
is
your
way
order
harder.
was your order gonna switch regardless, or you're gonna use the same
It
songs
was different. It
against
was
them?
different order. I went with my C4 order when we went to the tracks earlier because I was like, I hope that Retro loses right here. Shout out to Retro, but I was like, I want to go up against C4 because
So
I
do
feel
you
like,
feel like-
I wanted to do those songs more, not because I wanted to like. It was like I feel like if I do those songs can get me through, and I will feel way more comfortable. But I ended up having to do the remix in the second round.
We'll talk about that.
And that was I didn't
now,
want to do that. I
with
wanted
you
to do that
saying that,
last.
right?
I was like, that would definitely get me through. Or I wanted to do that. Like yeah, it's like yeah.
From the way you're talking, you're making it seem like you thought Retro is your biggest threat.
Yeah, for sure.
So did y'all feel the same way about certain people? It's just like, I don't give a fuck about any of these niggas in front of me.
My biggest thing
Retro,
was
the highest energy performer I ever saw.
my thing was like I wasn't trying to lose the first round, bro. It ended up happening, but that was my goal, like because
That's why you lost.
no. Because what happened was this, right?
Nah, but be honest though.
I numbered my songs, so the DJ knows my order.
Yeah.
For the rest of the niggas, they started passing around a paper. They said, "Yo, I need your order. Write down your songs." And then they passed it to me. I see Tomo's order, and I'm like,
I'm
and I'm
about to
thinking,
say.
if I make it to the next round, I have to see Tomo's number 3 and his number 4. And I seen it, and I was like, this nigga's cheating.
He
Fuck,
folded.
I was gonna lose. I was gonna lose that round. He had 4 a.m. and then he was gonna play Benz and have Key come on. The fact that EXO made it through Benz,
That's real.
it's-
That's real
that's
negativity.
crazy.
That shit was
I-
crazy.
I fucked up. I should have let him go first. Because
Yeah,
if I
you-
would have ended with Benz, then I would have got through.
And on
it
top
killed
of
the
that-
momentum.
You forgot the lyrics in 4 a.m.
I'm hip. Yeah, I'm hip. I said that as soon as I got off, and I was like, shit. But apparently a lot of niggas didn't notice. But you noticed because you a performer, so you know the song.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like,
Some niggas knew too. They have seen it.
I'm
They was like,
saying.
this nigga.
And
I
I'll
was like,
skip a little
damn.
bit to that round. EXO, you had a house music track.
Yeah, so
I wasn't expecting
yeah,
that.
so
Yeah,
that's
talk
that's
about
got
one
the
it.
crowd
I was mad
lit till the
excited
morning
about.
wood.
Yeah,
Niggas
Morning
was
wood
dancing,
feeling good.
yeah.
Once I seen niggas moving, I was like, yeah, he
I was
got
like,
it.
he got it.
me
Dude.
out.
He
got it.
Was you worried a little bit when Benz came and Key came
Yo,
on?
That nigga was
I
shook.
was kind of shook. No cap,
Me too.
nigga. I was like,
That nigga said,
he
me too.
used the
I ain't
feature.
go against him.
I was like, damn.
You know what my strategy was gonna be if I made it past the first? I was gonna break the rules. I was just gonna do battle rap. I was gonna I had a diss track in my mind.
nigga
If
definitely
I-
did.
niggas
no,
want to
no,
get
no,
to
no.
the second round to lose
Just to lose.
automatically.
No, but
Just to make it
I wasn't gonna lose. I was gonna disqualify myself. So either way, niggas
so
was
that
gonna
doesn't
walk
look like
away
a
from that
loss.
like,
Oh,
oh,
that
shit,
nigga's
this
nice.
nigga did that shit.
That nigga nice.
You feel me? And the rule, the technicality, because I'm not beating Benz, bro. That's
Not with that attitude, nigga.
Nah, bro. I could be honest. I just gotta come with harder. The thing is, I had harder shit in the tuck for us. Did I had the strategies to like playing unreleased music, because the same thing with Tomo. At the end of the day, it's an opportunity to perform. I haven't performed new music in a moment. I really just wanted to get unreleased music out. And thanks to EXO, y'all didn't hear that shit. So blame him, bro. Nah, I'm playing.
Nah, get
I
out
know
of here.
we talked about this shit too. We're saying like you need to do more shows for real, because like you know what I mean. You got a lot of shit coming up, and niggas want to see you on stage more.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But I think like once I saw like you do bends, like I was like, wow, this nigga really want to win this shit.
You do.
You know what I mean?
I seen that.
I don't take you for a nigga that takes shit seriously, bro. I really did not think you wanted to win this shit. Like I didn't think you wanted to win for real. But then the second round, I was like, oh, this nigga really want to win. I just wanted to get to
the final round and do this song off this tape that I'm working on with Dirty. And at that point, I was just gonna leave it into the crowd's hands. Like I wasn't gonna, cause I could have put some other shit, but I had put a sad song at the end. So I was just about to just how Retro tried to put that in the second round.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
I was gonna do that in the last round.
I watched the video back. I'm seeing the crowd like change from like the shit, cause like I feel like if they really should have let niggas just change their shit. Like I did that. Like when I was going through, like I had my set order, but like I also know the rules of the competition. You feel me? Like they sent you the document, right?
Yeah, they say you switch it around, right?
Yeah, like you can do whatever songs you want. The order is just so that he can have it queued up or whatever. But when I got up there after Retro did his song, I was like, I'm not doing Grover after this. Like, I'm not doing that song. I'm doing a different one.
You waited for the final for that one.
Yeah, because I was like, why would I do this song right here? I seen the way that the crowd reacted to the song that he did. It was Die Alive. That shit's hard. That shit, they don't feel it though. They weren't rocking with it.
Is that the second one?
Yeah, that was the second song he did.
What really happened with that, from my perspective, is I love the change of like pace that song was.
Like, I was rocking out to that
I feel like he might have been a little gassed out because now he's screaming for a song that's supposed to be a vibe. Like we supposed to move, and he's like carrying the same energy he did with the other songs.
Yeah, because he lost his voice. He kind of had to scream because he's like, you can't really sing when you don't have your voice. But I think that's where it lost him. Yeah, lost some points right there. That nigga C4. Because C4 went hard too.
Yo, we got to talk about that upset.
I don't think C4 loses his voice. No bullshit. I be hearing him scream all the time. Yeah. He screamed because he was screaming. I feel like Retro was like, damn, all right, you scream? I can scream louder. And he did. And he got through. But then his voice was shot.
Nah, we got to talk about that upset first round. It's Retro.
That's not an upset, bro.
Hey, I don't know why people keep saying that.
Retro is nice, bro.
No.
C4 is nice too, but Retro is nice.
And that's no disrespect to Retro. Maybe he deserves to win in that moment. I'm saying in the sense of like, C4 is a seasoned performer. We've had him on here. We've talked about his performances.
One of the best performers in the area.
Should have chose different songs, bro.
I definitely think so too.
Try to choose songs to go up with Retro when he could have just brought it into his own.
I don't even
world.
know if that's what he did. To me, it felt like he did like songs where he was like, these are just like, this is something light to me. And then like he'll get to the next round and do better and do like his harder shit, like the shit that he knows people are gonna fuck with even more.
You can't do that. You gotta bust out the gates, nigga.
Yo, and shout out to Cam and Steph for creating this format, because there's so much strategy that goes into it. Because you could go that route, like, yo, I'm gonna put it light. I'm gonna, have some light shit in the beginning and then, gradually increase. But if you don't make it past the first round, you never even get to that point. You might fuck up by not putting your hardest shit first.
Like we were saying, every round is game 7.
It's game 7.
So you gotta go right now.
C4 didn't do it. He probably saved thought he was gonna walk. What did he say? He literally.
Yeah, he was like, you gonna do something nice and slight.
Nah, they did the coin flip. Retro was like, you go first. What did he say?
Stupid. Yeah, I feel like he came in with like a certain energy, and I think that also came down to it too. Is like the
cocky
crowd.
Niggas got out of there.
Yeah, because I was saying you were gone. I was like, because you were gone, you and C4 were gone.
That's funny, bro.
gone. I think, like, to be honest, I don't know, bro. I really feel like Milk probably should have got through, but he rapped for mad long.
Okay,
yeah.
objectively.
When he did the second song, I was like, But then it kept going.
Exactly.
So I was like, he's gonna lose him. I was like, he's gonna lose him.
Because the songs are fire. It's just too long.
Yeah.
I feel like the energy.
And then
was
he
just
had
like
good engagement in between the songs too. But then they weren't enforcing that time limit shit.
Facts. I'm head.
But
they were supposed to.
I wasn't gonna cut it because they didn't do it in the other rounds. Like they didn't cut the other rounds.
Yeah.
But they did make a mention of it.
Facts. I remember like they were saying, because they said that to you, right? When you did it.
But my time limit. It's not because of me. The DJ messed up the first time with the.
It was because of you. I timed it up. It was still 8.5 minutes, even without that shit happening. The shit was long because he was talking. And the same thing, C4's was long.
It was all the theatrics in between.
But hey man, that's what you got to do with a show. I was keeping the people entertained. They liked it. Well,
let your music speak for itself.
And that's what I walked away. That's definitely what I walked away from. I walked away with a mini ego death. You feel me? You might have retired, young
changed his whole name.
I have a new name now. It's over. You feel me? The rebrand has begun. But like that's what I went into. It's just like Gotta let the music speak for itself. Maybe because even when I'm explaining like my mindset going into it, what's the first thing I'm bringing up? The antics instead of like actually the music and everything. And not to say the performance. I was proud of my performance and I was excited for like the songs I was gonna do. But I probably would have just done better if it wasn't for the for all the antics. Like if it's a different crowd, I feel like they'd appreciate it a little bit more. If like the rap crowd of like, but it's a community event.
Nigga said it wasn't the rap crowd in there.
Nah, bro.
There was a nigga in the crowd.
I'm on some URL shit, bro.
There was a nigga in the crowd, but
it.
it's not battle rap though.
But that's
the first rule.
It's a versus, bro.
The first rule is it's not battle rap.
But it's still.
What was he doing that made battle rap?
Like nothing I did was battle rap, bro.
He's talking about the. Them niggas definitely pulling shit out. And you wearing suits and shit.
But it wasn't battle. But these are my actual songs.
I'm ahead, but what you did had nothing to do with the song.
But it plays into
no, it
just
doesn't,
the performance.
bro.
I mean, clearly I learned that.
You pull out a tombstone for a nigga and put up that shit on the screen.
It's theatrics, but it wasn't like he was like spitting at the nigga on the.
No, but I'm saying he's doing all this shit, but then that has nothing to do with the song he performed.
So yes, looking back,
and the niggas didn't know the song, and the niggas didn't know the song. So then you talking about got it on lock, and they're like got it on lock. They don't even know like how it goes.
Nah, they learned it a little bit.
Because you took so much time doing all that, you could have been teaching them the hook properly.
Hey, looking back at it, I probably cut down on it and just focus on the performance. You know,
but I think it's important though, like that it's like because I was rehearsing every single day. Leading up to that shit for 2 weeks, making sure that I knew exactly what I was going to do, have my breath control down. I was even raising my voice because I was like, I know I'm going to be screaming. I'm not trying to lose my voice because the same shit that I saw happen at Retro, I was like, I can't let that shit happen to me. My voice I be losing my voice every time. And I'm like, yo, I can't let that shit happen. So I'm talking way louder. I'm like screaming that shit to myself every single day. You feel me? To make sure that I'm prepared for this shit. And I got through and I'm like, I win the shit. And it's like, I'm like, word, that's hard work paying off. And I feel like the niggas that put in the most work got the most out of it.
2 things.
That's what it takes, nigga.
Yo, 2 things about your performance. One observation. Yo, I think it was the first round against Dom. Yeah, one song where the beat dropped and it was bang.
Yeah.
Everybody exploded.
Yeah, that was a fourth.
That was a fourth. At that point, I was like, this nigga's not playing with niggas, bro. It's over. But now we got to discuss something real. I'm asking all of y'all. Fuck Nate.
Wait, real quick though, this is also like if niggas know, but if you don't know what 01 Rose is, I don't know. That's just mad funny. That's some real internal shit, but only like me, Dom, Johnny, and like a couple other niggas know about that. That's why I did that song because I was like, this shit really actually like funny to me. That they had me going up against Dom in the first round. Like niggas laugh about 01 Rose. That's just mad funny.
This is a question for everybody but Nate. Nate, don't answer this. On some truthful shit.
All right.
He had a remix of Silent Hill. He had a Silent Hill remix. You know, Kendrick push these niggas up. Me like,
hold on. Nate, stop all that talking. When did you drop me? Push these niggas off me like, what the fuck off me like? Push these niggas off me like what? Push these niggas off me like, push these niggas off me like.
Out now.
So he remixed it. He kept the Kendrick hook. And everybody obviously knows the Kendrick hook. And is that a cheat code?
Did I bring out Kendrick?
Is that a cheat code?
It's not cheating because
it's not cheating, but it's cheat code. The same way that he had the cheat code.
As a nigga who was betting against him and had money on Retro, so I lost. Right there, I already knew.
The moment that came on.
The moment he put the mic to Sadiq, and Sadiq fucking finished the line.
It was over.
I looked at the Bam, I was like, yo, what's your cash app? I was like, that's it.
How much was it?
It was only 20 bucks. No, I said 50, but he didn't want to do 50. So he was like, all right, we'll stop at 20.
Come on, dude, Bam, I'm good money, bro. You should have done 50. You should have done
that shit. Yeah.
Should have put a band
on dogs.
Not cheating, but cheat code.
I didn't even know you had the Kendrick hook in there for real. So
is the Kendrick hook being there
it's a little cheat code?
It's a little cheat code. Because you're betting on everybody knowing the song, and they're gonna know that shit. If everything's about crowd engagement, everyone knows that. Push these niggas at me like
everybody knew my shit too.
Facts.
I don't know how you lost, nigga. I don't know how you lost. I'm like,
this nigga pulled out the house shit.
That's no disrespect to EXO, but like, I don't know.
Bro, you see how many lights was on this nigga Nate when he was doing that shit?
But it brings up the discussion of like how the chamber is gonna be done moving forward, because his discussion is like the crowd engagement is cool, but is it a great reflection?
Yeah, I feel you.
Of like.
I thought it was. Do you think? I think that they should go with names. Like if you're doing like chant the person's name. I think that makes way more sense because then you really get to see who's like fucking with the person more.
Because you can
like
only say
same
one
time.
name.
Exactly.
Because there's gonna be niggas who vote for both people. They might cheer for both people, you know. And
But I
then,
kind of like the way it was.
Or,
where it was like,
if there's like a virtual meter or something.
is.
That
I think about when niggas was in school.
meters
Yes.
They
cool.
said at the
You're on your
testing lab,
phone,
they be
you just
having
vote.
a QR code that you scan.
Yeah, but that takes too much time though.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what they want to
It's
do.
gonna
Is do it
die
quick.
in between. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought the way that it was working was fine. Like having it be like loud and whoever's louder, because sometimes you can gauge it by whoever's like whichever gets the louder chance. And then if it doesn't get to that, then do names. I thought it was
some
fine.
real shit though.
If anything, they can have
I
a
just thought
decibel
of some
like
shit.
what?
It
like
could
a
be
meter
like
on the screen.
So once to get admitted into the event, you get like a red card and a green card, or 2 different color cards.
Holding it
And
up,
then,
right?
yeah,
I
you
said
know
the
what I mean?
same thing, but they
Type
was like they
shit.
didn't want to do that because they was like they're niggas, bro. They like niggas to scream and shit. They said they didn't want to do that. I said the same thing. They
That
was like,
shit would have been
that's-
fire.
I think there
Yeah.
just needs to be a better system of like being
but also then they
decisive.
have to look and count it and shit like that because it might be
you
close.
just see. Oh, if
It
it's
might be
close,
close.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
it's
you, I'll
harder.
tell you.
That was
Alright, but what if-
because that was when I was like, all right, you're not just niggas. Y'all are
Yeah.
smart
Alright,
niggas.
if you want to keep it simple, raise your hand, and you can only raise your hand for one. You can make noise and raise your hand,
But it's
but
the
at
same
least it's a
thing,
better
though.
gauge of like.
It's not though because it's the same. Because if it's close, then
Still
you
gotta
have to
count.
count
Yeah,
the
it is
hands.
kinda the same
thing.
So it's
I feel you.
like levels
You're gonna
is
be
like
like,
the
1,
easiest
2,
way to
3.
do it. Like I said, I think the way they did it was fine because sometimes, like I said, like in my rounds, it was very clear that I won. Like you could hear
For
it.
sure, for
but in
sure.
other rounds, it was closer. Then you had people doing the names.
And they need people in the back too.
Yeah.
It was mad people in the back.
No,
No,
I'm talking
no,
about
like-
Oh
they
yeah,
were
I said,
talking
yeah,
about,
that's
like,
a
gauging
fact.
that shit.
That's a
Gauging
fact.
that
That's a
shit,
fact.
yeah.
Because sometimes it'll be a loud boom from the
Yeah.
front, and the rest of the room is quiet.
You remember we were saying that shit when
Yeah,
it was
I'm up.
when it was retro and
I'm
C4. It was like it sounded like C4 won from
Yeah.
where we
It
were
did,
standing,
but you could see
like,
one corner was going
yeah,
harder.
But that's because of where we were. Like
bullshit, like that
whole
right
thing,
side we was
whole,
on.
whole like crowd retro won for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you, Exo. You got some good friends, bro. You got some great friends. They was going crazy for you, bro.
Or-
but I don't think it's I don't think that's any knock though. Because
Yeah,
at the end of
and
the
I
day,
think they know
my
how-
people should have been
I
doing the
was about to say,
same
that's-
shit.
that's what it's
And they know
supposed
how
to be,
serious
yeah.
the creative process is too. Like they know that morning we're feeling good. Like they know the story behind that shit. You feel me? So that shit, that shit-
They know that morning we're feeling
I'm just
good.
saying, as far as production, not even
Uncuff the mic.
as far as production, not
No,
even
no, you can bring it closer now.
not even
They
just
know that morning we're feeling good.
yeah,
Why did you say
just
that?
like even taking that alternative turn into like house music. You feel me? It's like niggas was like, oh, this shit could be something
And that
for
was
you.
That was Give DJ.
You feel me? Yeah,
Yeah, shout out
Gibb,
Gibb.
yeah,
Gibb's
shout out to
goated,
Gibb,
for real.
for real.
But you know what's though? I'm
Yeah.
saying is that it's not even just that his friends and his fans are like rooting for him
They
heavy.
skewed it
It's
a
that
little
you're a dickhead, and everyone who you put on that screen, all of their niggas that seen
Yeah,
that shit
just
were
went
rooting
against
against
you,
you.
yeah. Facts.
And they were rooting
At
for
that
him.
moment,
Oh yeah.
There was too much
One thing
bias.
I peeped about that,
There was too much-
you kind of forced it because you didn't wait until you got into those rounds to put up those people.
Nigga,
on.
how many
You put-
slideshows was I supposed to make?
You just
You
already
even
made
done that
it.
the
It had
first
to be a
round.
slideshow.
Most of them was pictures. It could have
been a
just
still
been a
image.
picture.
It could have been a
you feel
still.
me? But it's like you threw everybody's shit up there. Niggas is like, bro, you didn't even get to that round yet. How you talking?
You don't even get against me, nigga. What I do? Why I'm in it?
Hey man,
Why retro was in it? You not even on the same side of the bracket.
you might have seen me. You might have seen me in the final. Hey man,
The one with C4 was crazy.
yo, I might put it up there. I might put it up there, but it was funny. I think it was. I just played into it, you know. And in totality, it was a lot to walk away from and learn from. And I think the person who deserved to win won, bro.
Facts.
At the end of the day. So shout out to Nate. Big shout out, even though the thing
What I'll say too is that when it comes down to theatrics and shit, everything that you do in your performance should tie into your music. The music is the most important part of everything. Like you said earlier, the music is the most important part of your performance and everything every time you perform. So if you're gonna like bring out extra shit, you're gonna do stuff, make sure that it ties into what it is that you're saying on the mic too with your lyrics. Because your lyrics are like, people are hearing those things. And I know it's like we're in a weird like period with rap where niggas is like rapping over the tracks, you know what I mean? They're not really putting that much energy and emphasis on like performance tracks or actually performing, more so just energy. But like the crowd like all the niggas that rapped over their tracks, except for Retro, because even he was still like saying every word and like getting like real lit with the crowd. Everyone that rapped over their tracks didn't make it to the next round. You feel me? Like that's all I'm saying is like the two people in the finals were the ones that were rapping every word. You feel me? Like it's
I
still
rapped every word, nigga. What you mean?
No, you didn't. And you just rapped over the track. I'm not
I
hearing
didn't.
that.
Nah, niggas had performance tracks, bro. Ease was with me in the studio.
This was not performance tracks.
That shit
Okay, it
was
wasn't
lit.
just beat.
tracks with
It
the
wasn't
vocals
just beat.
turned down.
Yeah, bro.
That's not a performance track. Performance track is when you just leave the ad-libs and maybe like certain lines that you want to.
Hey man, I can't bet on these sound systems, bro. I can't bet on these sound
you
systems.
played it smart. that wasn't enough.
I feel you.
I brought my own mic too. I played it smart too. You feel me? I was like, I gotta make sure that I'm setting myself up for
That
success.
was mad smart. He had the wireless. I was like, damn, nigga, if I had the wireless, bro.
Hey,
Still
man,
would have lost.
I wanted to. Niggas went outside. They were like, "Where is this nigga?" Disappeared. I wanted to make sure that my performance stood out. You feel me? So I did what I could to make myself stand out from the crowd. You feel me? It's like, brother, like even if people didn't like the music or whatever, it's like I knew that. Well, walking away with it or walking away from it, they would at least have to appreciate.
Shit,
that,
you made
the
Dawson
energy and
switch his
effort that I
whole
put in there.
fucking vote up. He said,
Nah,
"Yo,
Dawson
I
was
fuck
doing
with."
for Nate
Yeah,
since he
he's-
got
No,
there.
but
I
I was
was
wearing
wearing
myth
pants.
No, but you knew he was fucking retro.
Yeah, he
but he was
was.
like, "Damn, this
No
nigga
bullshit.
myth down." You feel me? So it got to be Nate.
Good.
Hey man,
out
overall,
Mid, man.
I think it was a real dope event. I'm looking forward to the next chamber, and I hope everybody watching, if you wasn't there for the first one, make sure to be there for the next one. If you
The next one's gonna be fire. Isn't the next one gonna be with like femme people?
I suggested that, but I don't know if they actually.
You're not the
gonna
only
do
one.
that.
You're not the only one that suggested. I think it's gonna be like femme people,
Who they
and
got?
then like
Who
leading
they,
up
who
to.
they thinking of?
I don't know, but leading up to like the Blair Bitch project that Key and Sadiq
that'd
are
be tough.
doing, because I think that's gonna be.
I was telling Bria that she should do it, and then that's when I was like, "Oh,
Bria's not a
shit, what if
rapper.
it's- She be rapping.
But she's not a rapper though.
You have to be a rapper to be in the chamber.
I feel like if you're going up against other rappers, yeah. But if it's like more like alternative, then like Bria and like other alternative artists could
feel
do it.
that.
But if it's just rap, then it's like it doesn't really make sense.
I think it's going to be a dope opportunity just to highlight the femme rappers or the femme
Yeah, they gotta get
artists
Dana on that shit.
who are like, because even when they're naming the list to me,
She don't even live out here no more.
wait, who?
Dana,
Pimp.
she moved.
Oh,
Damn.
I wasn't hip. Damn. But yeah,
I said that.
that'd have been exciting too to see.
It wasn't confirmed when we were
That's true,
talking
that's
about
true,
it.
that's
though.
true.
But I just think it's a dope that'd be a dope showcase to just highlight the talent that's in Boston. So we're looking forward to it, and then I guess at the end of it, what they want to do is 8 chambers,
Yeah,
and then
master
the
the
winners
chamber.
of each of those chambers is gonna meet up.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna be like, yo,
They're gonna come up with another Kendrick Lamar remix.
no, I'm gonna nigga. It doesn't have to be Kendrick. It can be any artist. You know what I mean? I'm just
And
nice.
then Glorilla.
Like any song, you feel me? That's
Oh,
what I
I'm
should have done. I had
Yeah,
that one. I
that's
have to.
a-
Niggas don't know that. I have that
Glorilla
one.
remix, bro.
You got
that would be
Yeah.
crazy.
Niggas don't know that. But here's the
That
thing.
would've
though.
been
Crazy.
But here's the thing, right? What I'm gonna do is, right? They're gonna do the Master of the Chamber event, and I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna just like not even show up to the event. I'm gonna just have Young Rob take my place and have that nigga prepare for all them niggas, and then he gonna go up there and do what he do, and hopefully that nigga win.
I don't know if that's a diss or
It's a
not.
force.
I don't know what he's.
But then
trying
when
to
that
say.
nigga get eliminated, when he ultimately gets eliminated in the first round of that again, then it'll come back around and then
So,
they'll
yeah.
win whatever whoever's
Ah,
wins.
yeah,
And then I'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
spawn.
Definitely a
Like the
diss.
lights will go down, like you know how the Undertaker be doing. The lights will go down. You hear that like little,
He's like, let
and
me
then
say
the lights
the
come
day.
back
Let
on,
me
and
say
I'm on
the
the
day,
stage.
man.
Now
Let
they
me-
gotta go up against me to really win.
Yo, let me clear something
should be
up. I
hard.
have no problem. Get your jokes off. You feel me? I don't give a fuck. You feel me? Get your jokes off. I'm dropping a project in October.
Yes, sir.
I'm dropping.
Do it.
This
Yes,
is,
sir.
Yo, this is a warning for niggas. We're back on notice. We're
He
back
said-
on
he said I'm
notice.
changing
We're
the
back.
Young Rob.
We're back to regular scheduled programming.
Put
You
more
see the
pressure on it. What's the
rebrand.
date?
The date.
What's the date?
Nigga, you might see it on my birthday, October 13th.
What do we
That's
search
right.
to find this
Nigga,
project?
that's 12 days.
Because
12
we're not
days.
searching Young Rob.
We
so
better,
what-
we better get to work. The
What's the
508
name?
God.
The 508
The
God.
508
God?
God. I just
Okay.
feel like it makes sense. You feel me? It's been my socials for a
Nigga, you
minute.
should have been did that.
508 God. That's hard.
I didn't know what I wanted to do yet. You feel me? But
So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by the 508 God?
I'm from Brockton. I'm in the 508, and even the 508 is not just Brockton.
Saying
but
there was some niggas from Taunton.
They do.
I did not know
Taunton,
that. I knew
Framingham,
Worcester. I knew
Worcester.
Worcester.
Yeah, all that.
Worcester, I knew, but
Worcester,
Taunton,
fucking
I was like,
Brockton.
really?
It's
Yeah.
all that. It's all that.
I
But
think it's all of Worcester County.
it's basically everything but Boston, basically, right?
No, it's like all of Worcester County, I'm pretty sure. Or like
Randolph
all the
ain't no
places that are in
508,
there.
is it?
Is that in
Rand-
Worcester County?
Randolph is like 781. I think.
Type, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Is that in Worcester
Yo,
County?
you know what's
I
mad
don't
funny? My number starts with
I thought Brockton
774.
was Plymouth County.
I'm a fraud.
What's
There
that,
you go.
Framingham?
Whichever one it is. Like
Mm.
whichever one that those ones are in.
Plymouth County.
But yeah, bro,
What
it's
the fuck
just
is Worcester and
I think
Plymouth
it's
County?
it's an appropriate change. You know, Young
Live
Rob
there?
that had an expiration date to it. You know,
And that was the last time we seen him.
that was the last time, and I think it
From
was
this point,
appropriate.
he's
So that
not
comes
young
with
anymore.
an attitude change and everything.
Does it
I
come with an
hope so.
attitude change? A little bit. It made me like reflect, like, you know, the confidence is always gonna be there. That's just a part of who I am, bro. I put the work in. It's well deserved confidence. You feel me?
Facts. How you channel the confidence though?
It'll be a little bit different. I'll let the work speak for itself. You feel
Can't
me?
eat no more pork.
Red meat.
Nigga, what?
You're bugging.
Calling yourself God. Come on, man.
It's 'cause we all gods.
Peace, God.
We all
Tomo.
gods. We all gods,
Peace,
bro.
God.
We was kings.
But I'm the 508 God,
We
and
was
that's
kings.
what we doing here.
We
I
was-
October 13th, I don't know. 12 days is kind of crazy, bro. No bullshit. No bullshit.
At least before the end of October.
October.
Doable.
No,
Before
October.
the end of
We gonna
October.
get
That's
October
very
done.
easily doable.
And I don't give a fuck.
The first 508 God project.
It might not even be a rollout, bro. It might be, it's out.
Just
But
music.
listen to that shit. Because at the end of the day, bro, I've been holding myself back for too long because of thinking like, I got to have this rollout. I got to have this plan. I got to have all these videos,
Like we
blah,
said,
blah,
the
blah.
music
content.
can speak for itself.
Fuck that, bro. Because that's caused paralysis and has caused like just me not to drop anything. And that's worse than dropping something and not putting any attention to it. So
Exactly.
we just gonna drop at this point, let the music speak for itself, and after that, we just gonna come with harder shit, bro. Every month I'm trying to drop some shit at this point. That's where we at with it. But hey, man,
Every month,
Alright.
yeah.
where we come back? Where we come from yesterday?
We was at the
Yesterday.
show at the Middle East
Oh,
Berkeley
facts.
hip hop event.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Johnny and the boys at Berkeley Hip Hop for putting that
His
together.
name was Josh.
Johnny Maz. Nah, his name is Johnny.
Johnny.
Oh, then who's Joshua that you talking about?
Who knows, bro?
Probably
But
another person.
crazy to even think like
Yeah.
having the conversation with him talking about that's the
Who's
first
Joshua?
time. No, that they created
Why
that.
you say that then?
Nigga,
I think he just didn't know his
Joshua,
name, bro. He probably just thought his name was Joshua when his
Oh.
name was Johnny.
I suppose I.
But I don't want to even spend too much time. But like I was having the conversation with him, and he was talking about how like they just had made this Berkeley Hip Hop Club this
Yeah.
past January. To me, that's crazy. You have a school of music. Hip hop's the number one genre in the world right now, and that's not being represented. You feel me?
Oh,
So
not through a club. They
Not
have
through a
like
club, at
hip hop
least.
studies there
okay,
and production stuff.
but
too.
not something that's bringing
It's not
other
that prevalent,
students
though. They can do
together.
better.
You feel me? So for them to bring out Cleo, for them to bring out Saint Leor, and Saint Leor even ultimately bringing out other members of VB, Diz.
You know what I mean?
Who are the guys you were stone faced to?
Oh, Matt Vanchetti.
It was funny,
That his
bro,
name?
because
I
it
couldn't
was like
remember that name.
it was low key hard. The raps was kind
It
of
wasn't
corny.
low key hard. The shit was hard.
Their performance,
It's
their
not shit that I
presence.
would listen to, but
Facts.
the
Was he
performance
from out here?
But the performance
he's from
was dope.
Delaware.
He was
Maz-
dead ass.
Yeah, Maz is one of the people that it goes to Berkeley. I think he's part of. He's part of the club.
Oh.
I forget
So-
what he said. I couldn't really hear him when he was talking to me. I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
only hear bits and pieces. But
And
I think
even
he's either part of the club or he's like he goes to the school and he's a part of the club or helped founded it, something like that. But he's involved with the club.
But
So-
shout out to all those performers. Yo, special shout out to our guy Cleo for sure, bro. There was a
Yes.
lot of love in that room. He did his thing. Niggas was up. I thought the floor was gonna break at one point. Is there downstairs to that? Because it could have
Yeah.
looked scary for niggas.
There's a downstairs.
It would have looked scary, bro. But that was a great night.
It
a great
was,
night.
yeah. Cleo's performance was definitely like the best of the night. And I think, again, same thing we just talked about. It's about the music. The music speaks for itself. Because a nigga didn't go in there thinking, like, I want niggas to get as lit as possible. I want niggas to die, da, da, da. He was like, nigga, like, my songs have meaning. I'm about to spit these songs.
No, yeah.
And, like, niggas is going to really rock with this shit because it's not all hype. It's not all whatever. It's like, you're going to hear me, too. You feel me? And I'm going to make sure that I can, like, perform these songs. I know that nigga put mad work into that
I
shit.
love the self-awareness because he knew there was moments where it's like, I'm going to get slow and it's going to be more
And
like
let you know.
emotional music. He's like, yo, bear with me. Let me get my shit off. These are songs I wanted to perform. And then we'll get right back to the lit shit.
Now here's the question though, and
What's up?
this is a question not just for Cleo, but for performers in general, just everybody. It's like, I love that performance. How good would that performance have been if it was in front of people that he didn't know or that didn't know his music? Because like, so at some points it's the same thing.
That's
Like
an excellent question.
when you
That's a
teach,
good question.
teaching people the hook and all that stuff is valid, but it's like I don't think anyone did a good job of that yesterday except for Matt. Matt killed it with the hooks, no bullshit. He's like, I know very specific parts. He had niggas barking.
The
Not
dog
me.
nigga. I was about to say the dog nigga, right?
Right, bro.
Not
He had
me.
niggas
I
on
looked at,
roof
me and
of-
Roberta looked at each other. I'm like, I'm
not
not
doing
doing
this
that.
shit, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm not barking for a white man. I'm sorry.
sorry,
But I'm not
bro.
barking for anybody. I'm not a fucking
At
dog.
all.
But I'm also not barking for a white person in
It
particular.
was tough though, because like
That shit
how
was
they
hard,
were
though. That
doing
shit
it
was
was
fire.
like after everything he said.
That shit was
Like,
hard.
DMX
I'll give
was
it
to
to
the
him,
wolf. You ain't doing it.
DMX is dead, so I'd
I'm
be
hip. I'm
scared,
saying
bro.
if.
I
I told
be
you.
They had the-
terrified.
they
I'm
had
like,
the
yo,
Dickies
really
fit.
did Jack DMX's whole shit.
Oh
now
yeah,
that I'm
they
thinking
had the
about
Dickies
it.
fit everything.
Yeah, that shit was tough. That was fire.
Bro, you had the bust down watch. I was like, where did this come from?
Man,
That shit
yo,
was
that Delaware
glistening,
got a
nigga.
Delaware kind of buzz. Delaware.
That's where that
But you
nigga
know
Joe
what I mean?
Biden from.
Yes, it is.
But
I
all
was
this
like,
to-
Delaware's so random.
But all this to say, I thought it was really dope, like just that in general. But I do wonder, like, you know what I mean? Like, how good are these performances? How good is that performance in front of people that you don't know? And I don't think, like, that's even a question that has to be answered. What I'm saying is, you should be performing in front of people that you know all the time. You should always bring people that you know, invite the people that you care about, the people that care about you to your shows. Otherwise, like, you can't expect to, like, build progression anywhere because the niggas that are in front of you, they might not even fuck with you. You gotta have at least some people that rock with you just off the strength, so that way they're there, and then other people can become fans of you as well. Niggas be acting way too cool out here. Yeah. You're never too, like, it's never too cool to be like showing love to the people that you care about, and it's never too cool. Like, you're never too cool to show love to someone that you actually fuck with. Feel me? And that sometimes happens when you see other people fucking with them.
Because to answer your question, I don't want to perform around just strangers, because I know how I am.
I love performing for strangers, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Because there's an opportunity to impress them. You feel me? But at the end of the day, like you said, and it's a lot of times like I'll perform. It doesn't mean your music's not hard, but if I'm not familiar with your music, it's tough to get into it, especially if it's something I really got to listen to too. Like if I don't know the words beforehand, it's hard for me to feel invested in it. But when you already have like I said, you got to have your secret agents, like the people who come in and they're going to make like noise for you regardless. And obviously it should be warranted. You feel me? The performance should be dope, but it just encourages everybody else to get crazy with you.
I don't feel like that's always necessary. I feel like
it's not necessary, but it helps.
Songs where it's like you engage the crowd and make them feel like they're a part of it.
And that's what I mean, yeah.
And then certain songs like you performing to them. People forget like it's a performance. People are gonna stand there and either be in awe, like people are not like some people
not
might
everyone
dance,
reacts the same way.
Shit. Some people just gonna sit there because like you said they're gonna be listening to you. But it's like you gotta have different shit. And
I think that's why it's important, again, like I said, to make sure that your performance comes first. You feel me? Because I was saying, like, the reason why I asked that question is because I'm like, teaching people to hook for some of these songs is like, they're not gonna get this shit. Mm-hmm. And like, you said that shit, like, some of this shit is not busting, it's not working for real. And we were in the crowd, like me, Steph, and we were like coordinating that shit, being like, all right, this is what we gonna say. Because like, I don't know what he just said, but it's not working. We gonna do this and that shit gonna bust. And it was working. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But it's like, that's because we care. And we were like, yo, we're here too. Like, we wanted this shit to be a like best show that niggas ever seen. And we want this shit to be the best experience that we can have. So it's like,
book more niggas, no
exactly.
bullshit.
So that's why it's important. And book that nigga more. Facts. Like, that's like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I want to see that nigga on every stage. You feel me? And it's the same thing. Like, I'm sure the same is like true for the people that want to see me perform and want to see y'all perform. You feel me? So you want to see them niggas get bigger. So I'm gonna do my part as an audience member too. You feel me? That's why we here. Yeah, we're not here for no reason.
I think the only thing it comes down to is like the only way that could be wrong, like that could go wrong, is if it's people showing love out of sympathy. Like your shit is ass, and we're still like encouraging it and giving you some false confidence. But like, if your shit hard, bro,
niggas need to start booing niggas again.
On dogs, on me, nigga. Niggas need to on everything. Niggas need to start booing niggas. Niggas need to start talking shit about niggas again. If a nigga shit is ass, if a nigga shit is corny, niggas need to look that nigga in the eye and say, you suck, nigga. Your shit's ass. No one's feeling this shit. Get the fuck off the stage. Because some niggas are fucking horrible.
I'm with it.
On dogs. I'm tired of seeing niggas up on the same stages that you're sharing stages with niggas that are great, and you're fucking mid. You're worse than mid. You're bottom of the fucking barrel.
I can't stop. And niggas, you blacking right now.
No, because niggas think this shit is sweet. Because then what happens is those same mid, terrible ass niggas go to the next show and think that they're that shit. Yeah. Think they're that nigga, and they start getting like they're that nigga like the whole time you were ass, and then they think they're better than niggas and like nigga, you fucking suck, and your whole career could be done in a fucking flash because you have no fucking talent, and not only that, but no one fucks with you, and niggas are only acting like they fuck with you because they feel bad, and if you can't fucking realize that, my nigga, get the fuck off the stage.
That was comedy, bro. No, that's real. That's real. I'm with it. That's serious. I'm with it. You feel me? All these participation trophies, all these like boosting people's confidence. If they're not like that, they're not. Help them. That will help them in the long run.
Facts.
You feel me? Don't give them the false confidence. They're gonna put more effort into this shit, and then they might even be like,
they might think they're doing the right. They might think they're putting in enough effort already.
They gonna be like, fuck school. I don't even need that shit. You seen how they reacted?
That first nigga was on that stage way too long, my nigga.
That shit was.
I think he was a student though, or maybe he was like cool with the people.
His name was Lil Zay.
I don't even know his name.
Did
he say his name?
He was.
Yeah, Lil Zay was the first performer on the bill.
I don't know.
Hey, Lil Zay, I'm sorry if you're watching this, but we just got to keep it a buck, bro. That was horrible, bro.
It wasn't horrible. I didn't rock with it.
It was a bad experience, bro.
I wasn't there.
Did not enjoy it.
I don't think it was good.
It was not good.
It wasn't good,
bro. And I think the only reason why it wasn't good,
love the confidence.
It's like twofold, right? It's one, that's not the type of music that niggas listen to. A lot of that shit was not hip hop music, and it was a hip hop show. So you gotta know your audience, and you also gotta like perform for your audience. It's a hip hop show. You're not doing hip hop songs. That was a little weird, right? Yeah. I'm not bugging. But then on top of that, I feel like the energy and the vibes were like kind of like off.
You could tell when the niggas giving you like a real head nod, like, yeah, I fuck with this person's just like, I'm just doing that out of respect because you're on stage. Like, I'm just rocking my head to make it look like cool.
Yeah. I didn't rock with it. I don't think it wasn't the worst thing that I've seen. And that's not a nigga that I would say is like bad at like actual like I'm making music and shit, because like beats was cranking, you feel me? The song selection was smooth. It just wasn't for that audience.
The performance.
You got to do better as a performer.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's all it comes down to. That's all it is. This nigga EXO, no. You know what I mean? Niggas take performance seriously because niggas know that being on a stage, that shit's not like guaranteed. You feel me? Like every performance, you should be treating that shit like it's your last. You know what I mean? You don't have to go like all out and like kill yourself up there, but it's like, nigga, like put on a good show for the people that are in front of you and for yourself.
That's facts.
It's real life.
Hey man, y'all want to get into some topics?
Let's do it.
What's going
Let's
on
get
in the
into
world,
some.
man?
Let's get in.
What's going on?
There's a lot going on
Nigga,
in the
you know
world.
what's going on in the fucking world, bro? These niggas didn't nominate us for the Boston Music Award in the podcast section.
I didn't even know he was gonna bring it
What's
up.
up with
Crazy.
that?
Shit,
I want to know. Like, I
Let's
don't
talk
think
about it.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
Let's
here's the
talk
thing.
about it.
Why they ain't nominate us? You know what it is? Because we say niggas so much. They don't like that.
No, I think
But
it's
that's
on some
That
real
is.
shit. On some real shit.
I'm calling them out on that.
There could be a couple factors,
Nah,
and
I'm lying. That's
I
not-
Hey,
think it's.
before we get into all that though, let's shout out the people who we've had on the podcast.
Well, can we
that
explain the
come through.
I'm gonna
situation?
say, why would I shout them out first? I'm angry first.
I feel like
Let
let's
niggas
get
be
to the good
angry,
shit,
bro.
and then you get mad. You know what I'm saying? But
Let
Right.
niggas be angry first.
Let me explain it. Let me explain the situation
We can
first,
shout
right?
niggas out, but let us be
I
angry
feel like that's
first.
the quick shit. You feel me? And
All
then we
right.
talk about it.
So for anybody who's missing context, right? There's a Boston Music Awards. I don't know who runs this. I don't know who puts this on. It's come to my knowledge that maybe it's a publication that like runs this award, but it's the end of the year where they highlight the talented, artists from maybe not even just Boston, but is it New England or
It's
is
Mass,
it Mass? All right, basically, right? And there's so many different categories. There's like Artist of the Year, New Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, and then the last categories, Music Podcast of the Year. So, like E said, shout out to the people who got nominated. When it comes to New Artists of the Year, we got some friends of the show. We got Key on there, we got Haas on there, and they both have appeared on the podcast, and it's dope to see them get the attention that they deserve because it's well deserved, right? And now we're seeing, there's a whole long list. It's not even just hip hop, but it's a whole long list. And let me just explain, right? Tomo actually shared a post. Tomo shared a post in the group chat that they were dropping the nominations or the nominees yesterday noon.
Yeah.
I go on their website, I check, I'm scrolling slowly, bro. Cause in the back of my mind, they don't follow the page. I'm feeling a little uneasy. I don't know. Cause I don't even want to share this with nobody until I know for sure. Cause otherwise I'm not gonna gas and be like, yo, we might get nominated, and it didn't happen. You scroll through, you see the list of people that's on the music podcast. It's no diss to them, but the fact that you can name 12 other podcasts in Boston and you can miss Bad for the Community.
Do you consider this a music podcast?
Now that's the question I had to ask myself. What's the reason that it could be? Are we just not tapped in with the right people to get on there? Or do we have more work to do? Are we not a music podcast? Are we too unapologetically black sometimes? Like, oh, Timmy O for R&B Artist of the Year. Shout out to
shout
him.
out to Timmy, yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
That nigga Patrick on there too.
No
And Thoughts, no bullshit. That's hard.
That's dope. Yo, let's scroll. Can we get to the list?
Yeah, who's the nominees for the podcast?
Yo, in your mind, like just like you don't remove from us the relationship.
Yeah.
Just from what
It's still funny to me,
You're
yo.
just living with, bro. What,
This nigga got there for music promoter. That's so crazy.
That's crazy.
boss,
We
you know,
brought that nigga out
your
here.
man.
We brought that
our
nigga out
man.
here.
That is not our man.
Is that your man?
That is not my man's, bro.
That
We
shit's
had, I think great things
crazy.
came out of that. We had the whole pay to play conversation. We
This is
encourage people
crazy.
not to get into that type of shit.
Yo, do you feel like we a music podcast, EXO?
I do. I feel like y'all cover a lot of good topics, though. Just
That's not the
Boston news
question.
in general.
Do you feel like we a music podcast?
I mean, he
Yeah,
said
y'all
I do.
focus on music, too.
We're all artists.
Yeah.
We've had mad artists on. A lot of upcoming artists, a lot of artists that may not get highlighted as
At
much
all.
as they
We
should.
talk about music every fucking week.
We're always
Actually.
talking about music.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
Literally.
man, I got some strategies for how we gonna get on here, but let's look at
I was
these
about to
niggas,
say, I
man.
feel like we ain't dropping enough episodes, nigga.
Let's look at these niggas. Let's look at this shit. Read this shit off, man.
All right, so this is no disrespect to any of them. You feel me? Like you getting nominated it's not a diss. It's just that we should have been nominated too.
We should be in contention, but I fuck with these niggas though. I'm not gonna
All
lie.
right, so we got Austin Puddin presents
I'm
the
only familiar with
podcast, Boston Emissions
It's
with
hard.
Angel Wood, CWTFB Radio, Everything You Know
Real
Is
niggas.
Wrong on Salem State, LFOD
WNW.
Radio, Lust for Live, Boston, On the Town with Mikey D. Some real radio show types. Original Music Showcase on Mark Skin Radio, Show and Tell Boston
Real
Podcast,
niggas.
and the Struggling Artist Podcast with Trev Allen.
All right, my thing is,
I only know one of those.
I was about to say I can't
I
say
only
much
know
of a judge because I
one
don't
of
know
those-
any of them.
I don't know
besides
any
You know
of them.
TLP.
LFOD, bro.
I
we need
don't, bro.
We need a
Oh.
peep.
I was expecting it's list. I was only expecting.
I know the podcast.
It's lit Boston because they won 2 years in a row, like maybe a couple years ago, and then CWTFB they came off of a dub.
Oh, show and tell. What you were saying?
Show and tell is hard.
Other than that, I'm not familiar with none of these people. And that's no disrespect.
I'm
to
gonna say,
them.
but is that
no disrespect?
Does that matter though? Just because you're not familiar with it doesn't mean that. Because clearly, nigga, I don't know.
I'm just gonna say I did my Googles. I went on their pages. I went on their YouTubes. I just seen their numbers.
Did you check how many episodes they dropped though?
No, I
for
didn't.
2022. If they have more,
we have not gone a month without at least 2 pieces of content
if
every week,
we go
bro.
to these podcasts,
bro.
And for 2022 they have more episodes out than us, then that's the reason.
I mean, I doubt that's a requirement.
You could drop 100 episodes, my nigga. Who we gotta look at.
Some podcasts
we are consistent, bro. What are you saying, bro? You're a trader, bro. Stop talking before you get
some
off
niggas
this
record
shit.
every other month. You feel me? I don't think that's the issue. I
think Tomo's thinking about like where are all the episodes that I've been on, and then he's only counting that because there's mad episodes
that I haven't been on that I haven't dropped, nigga.
That's true, and I think you have a point though. I would think it'd be worth like looking into like the consistency of these podcasts. You feel me?
Some of these niggas probably drop every week.
Okay, say that's the case. Some of these people, if it's a radio show, maybe they're on there every day. But when it just comes to engagement, when you see impact, what you see like what your fans are supposed to be fucking with, they're not doing it like. And I don't even want to seem salty, bro. So
it's not even about being salty.
I just
who
think
do they have?
it's
Who
not
do they
a
have
snub,
nominated,
bro. It's just unaware,
nominated
bro.
for best new artist. They got Haas. They got Key. You see what I'm saying?
And shout out to them.
Facts. First and foremost, shout out to Haas. Shout out to Key. Best new artist.
I was having a great conversation with Haas last night too.
Split the community apart.
Facts.
No bullshit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. No bullshit. I'm gonna make bad accounts. Keep that on the low.
Hey man, shout out to Haas, but
shout out my nigga Stephon too. He on there.
Key had a year. Stephon too.
I voted for Haas the first time.
Stephon being new artist of the year is interesting because he's been doing
making music. But
I don't think they put him as best new artist of the year.
Oh, yeah, he's in the same category.
He's been making doing music. Shit, bro. They're just like they're unaware, bro. They're unaware. That's crazy, bro. Like
I don't know, but the thing is, I feel like that nigga
his name wasn't that name. Also,
so
I guess
there was a
technically
rebrand,
it counts type shit.
Stephon Theft from Marvelous Stephon.
I guess.
So what I'll say is that I think what it comes down to is like they see the shit that we're doing because obviously like all the people. Like the people that they're engaging with, you feel me? Or the people that they're nominating have been like a part of like our platform, you feel me? In some way, shape, or form. Or have engaged with our podcast and engaged with our platform in some way, shape, or form. What I think it comes down to is that we have to make sure that we're solid as like a podcast. And like our branding as a podcast has to be on point. Because if they're nominating podcasts and people don't know us just as a podcast, or they say it's a podcast, but then they talk about like stuff that we've done, like a chip challenge and shit like that. It's like that shit's cool, but that's not a podcast.
So if
we didn't do a podcast.
If that's the case, then I don't want to limit myself to just being a podcast, bro. It's a platform, bro.
And that could be an option.
There is a publication list as well, right?
There is right here.
I was about to say the way I see it, when you in your own lane and niggas really fuck with you, gonna make your own category type shit.
Any land.
Yeah. Nah, the thing is, we're not gonna like limit what we're doing to fit the category of a music pod. If that's one of the reasons that we're not on there, because I'm not trying to be just a music podcast. This is black culture, bro. We talk about everything that's black culture. Music is a big part of that, but we're gonna have the conversations whether
black culture of the year.
Yeah, they don't want that. They can't even. They couldn't even judge that. But to be fair though, there is a nomination committee. So it's not just like white people. Like I know that's what it looks like, but that's not.
I'm not saying it was just white people. I'm just saying it's untapped people.
I don't think that they're untapped either, bro. I feel like we just have to do a solid job on our branding.
No. At this point, I don't care anymore, bro.
Nigga, I care.
This nigga care.
You definitely care, bro.
I care for one reason, bro.
I care.
I cared for one reason. If I was one of the nominees, to be able to go to my mom and be like, "Yo, you see all the work niggas put in? It's validated." But at the end of the day, also don't need their validation, because at the end of no disrespect to them, y'all hot 1 month of the year. We gonna be hot all year, nigga. It is what it is, bro.
Niggas say shit like that, and then we never gonna get nominated.
Who's he speaking
I'm talking about the
we gonna get blackballed
BMAs,
for that shit.
I'm talking about the BMAs, bro.
I'm about to say, I hope
Bobby Brown got a BMA.
That's what I'm saying. I fuck with the Boston Music Awards. Nigga. I be talking about that shit all the time. That shit's hard to me because it's a stepping stone. You feel me? If you get a Boston Music Award,
it might mean more to you because you're from here. Like I didn't really know about this until a couple years ago.
I feel you, but I'm saying like people that get nominated for Boston Music Awards and even win those Boston Music Awards, like what they do with their career past that point is really dope. You talk about applying for grants. You talk about all these different opportunities that can open up.
It's validation.
Like you get that shit next to your name.
But it's the same thing as a Grammy in the sense. It's like A
That shit
Grammy
means a
doesn't
lot.
actually mean anything, but it's like something you can add to your resume to just validate you to the people.
In that case, nigga, nothing means
It actually
nothing.
gets you more money too, though.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying
that's the point. That's the purpose of this.
But it's not like that's what's gonna validate the shit that you're doing, your efforts in the product that you're putting out. You feel me? The real like gratification comes from the people who are tuning into your shit or buying your music and absorbing that shit on and you know going out of their way to consume that shit. Because at the end of the
we
day,
had this conversation.
I'm hip.
And I feel like your stance wasn't what it is right now, though. Because when we were talking about that year when that dude got best new album, whatever it was, that white nigga that beat out like all these crazy acts, huh?
Macklemore?
Nah. It was some other dude.
Oh, you're talking about it was a Grammy, right?
Yeah, it was a Grammy,
You're
and everyone was like,
talking
"Who the
about,
Beck?" Some shit like that.
No, not
Beck.
Not Beck. You're talking about
Doesn't matter. Whatever his name is.
So you're saying I'm
The
changing up
point
my
is, it's like,
stance?
no one knew who he was.
Okay.
And it didn't change anything. No one knew who he was after that. And
That's
it
not
stayed
true.
like
God,
that.
that's
That probably helped him a lot. bro.
Because this is what I'm saying. Y'all brought that shit up, and I was like, y'all are niggas are bugging because I literally this is someone that I listen to. That's why I'm like I'm tripping right now. I'm like, what the fuck
You
is
don't
this
even
nigga
remember
name?
the nigga's name.
But that's not because I don't listen to the music. It's because I'm trying to remember like the year that you're talking about all this
that
other shit.
happened.
Because it was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy year.
Hey man, maybe I have a different view if I was on the
think it's about
nominees, but I'm
different
not, so I'm
Beat that nigga
salty.
for album
And
of the year and
it
all
is
those
what
shit.
it is. It is what it is, man. But I don't think it stops anything that we're doing, bro. We still killing it. We gonna continue to kill it,
Yeah, most definitely.
and we gonna keep it moving, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the nominees. I hope CWTFB takes it again, bro, because they're really the only other platform I even considered if it wasn't for us, bro.
Yeah, facts. No
But I
bullshit.
think it's a no-brainer if we was on that list. Like,
Nigga, show and tell. I want to win
Presented
that.
by
I
Jack
want them to win that
Daniels,
shit.
bro. I would have been in that bitch sipping good, bro. What the fuck?
Facts,
You
yeah.
can still go.
Nigga said that.
Yeah, I thought it's only invited to the people who got nominated.
Nah, you could buy tickets.
Nigga,
Oh,
what?
I'm
How was I there the last year and the year before?
wait,
that?
Nick,
You
you
was,
pulling up to
facts.
that shit?
Yes, I am.
Politic
I'm
for
gonna
us.
slide through.
Politic for us. I'm not showing
No
up.
reason not to go, bro.
I mean,
Keys
nigga,
getting
you
nominated,
clearly-
Hawes getting
Yeah,
nominated.
facts.
Like, what are you talking about? Music
Clearly, we gotta
MTV's
meet the people too.
Museum
I
TV
hate
getting
it.
Bro,
nominated.
Birdo's
don't
just
know.
selfish.
No, I'm salty. Not selfish. You
Salty.
bring a good point. You bring up a good
Zola
point.
got nominated. Like, why would I not go?
That
My
does not
people
matter
is
to
on
me.
here.
That doesn't matter.
Which
I'm
one
not a
Zola
big.
got nominated for?
Pop
She-
artist of the year.
she also won
Damn, I
last
ain't
year.
see it.
She also
I
won
was
last year.
voting. Any of the ones that I was voting, I ain't see no names. I just
Damn.
clicked the random thing. I ain't see it.
Damn, you put Clyro, hating ass nigga.
I probably did.
Nigga said I know that name.
I was like, it sounds bad.
That's usually how they get them, though. So I know that name. Claro, no
Quick
bullshit.
question:
Clyro, yeah.
do you have to vote for every category, or can you skip categories?
You gotta vote for everyone.
Yeah.
What if I don't know any indie artists?
Just
Or you
vote for
just-
anything.
I'm saying,
Oh, look,
just
do
You
your
didn't vote for
research.
future teens?
Do
I
your
be talking
research.
about, I be riding for
Bro,
future teens.
I
with my
didn't see it.
niggas.
If I
Yeah,
didn't
Future
see it,
Team.
then I didn't see it.
Damn. Nigga, it's an F. There's only like 2 names before them, probably.
You just gotta
Nigga,
pick.
you know I wasn't reading all them shits, bro. I looked at the top one, I looked at the bottom one. And then I'm like, all right, let me just click something in the middle, nigga. Shit.
I'm gonna make my
Arcade's
picks for
fire.
who matters.
Like I almost scrolled past Stefan. He got nominated for some other shit too. And then a couple of the times you'll scroll and then you'll see VB at the bottom because it starts with a V.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh shit. So that's why I was like, all right, I'm gonna check the top, I'm gonna check the bottom.
But that was like later on down the line, I feel
It
you.
was a couple.
It was Arcade Fire.
Arcade Fire.
Yeah.
That's not what I had in mind, but I do remember that
Shit,
conversation.
it was a couple of them, bro. I just voted for Stiz nigga because I was like, fuck it, bro. That nigga from Dorchester. I was like, fuck it.
You know that
It's
nigga.
funny that-
All right, Tomo. You know that nigga was not best live performer of the year.
I don't not for that one.
Okay, I was about to say, we went to that concert. It was hard,
was
but it
one-
wasn't like the best live
I think it
show.
was for, like,
People
one-
Roadrunner,
Oompa
right?
shit was way
Yeah.
harder than that. Like her shit that she did early in the
I
year.
don't think I put either of them for that one. I'm trying to.
Damn, nigga, who'd you put? Who's
Saying I
on
got
it?
about to check, nigga.
Hey man, can we do a service to our
Check who's on the
non-Boston
live performer.
viewers?
I'll tell you who I put.
Nigga, we real Boston out here right now, nigga.
We could still
Oh, Van Buren's on there too.
Yeah, I put Van Buren. Yeah,
That's valid.
we could still stick with Boston.
Video of the year.
We can move it to the Boston Celtics.
You want to talk
Nigga,
about the
Millie's gonna
Celtics?
fuck
I
with
don't
that
want to
shit.
talk about this anymore.
go
That's
fuck
that-
with the BMA.
I definitely don't want to talk about this anymore.
What's there to talk about the Celtics, man?
go cop the CBT
The
Celtics
biggest-
hoodie on closedbytomo.com. You already know I'm going. Shameless plug. I
Yes,
care.
don't go back to school collection. Nigga, mic drop. That's crazy. Hey, Ime Udoka, we've had some time to sit on this and marinate
That's the
with
nigga
it.
that was fucking
Pause.
the shorties on the thing.
Facts.
Yes, it's the Boston head coach. It's the Boston head coach who led his team to the finals, and now he's suspended for a whole year.
Not that bad.
And more details have come out because
Yeah,
I know
that's a
initial
fact.
reactions a lot. For me personally, I was like,
a
that's
year
an
is crazy.
OD punishment.
Bugging.
That's an OD
Initially, I thought
Let me
that.
tell you why you're bugging too.
No,
just
no.
offer it. Just offer it
No, no,
before
no,
you
no,
even
no.
get into
I
it.
know what you're gonna say.
What am I going to say?
The HR violation of somebody with in a position of power.
And what else?
and having that like that influence when you have in a position of power. That's literally HR policies that you can't date someone within the same organization. I've worked at Target, bro, where they say like, yo, if you're gonna be a leader of this department, you can't have a relationship or you can't be related to anybody in this because you have influence.
And what happens when you do that?
It's an HR violation.
And what happens to those people when that happens to them?
They may even get fired.
They get fired. And that nigga got suspended for a year.
Yeah, I feel you.
They're gonna fire him.
And he's black.
They're gonna fire him.
Nigga, you're lucky.
You're supposed to like tell them that actually.
Yeah.
Applying to a job,
So you
like,
can't
I'm
be
related.
related
You're
either?
related to
You
this
have to let
person
them
and that
know,
person.
and then
They're gonna
make a
put you in
decision.
different departments. That's what they're gonna do.
Because when I was at McDonald's, nigga, my bro, his aunt was the manager.
Your
feel like
bro,
that's like-
It's not that-
that's
it's
not
not-
related
No,
to
he's
you,
talking
nigga.
about nigga.
His
The
bro
person's
worked there,
aunt was the
and then
manager.
the aunt worked there.
Oh,
Yeah, his
okay.
aunt was the manager, and I'm pretty sure that's how.
It's not that you can't. It's just you need to let them know.
Yeah.
You know?
Certain places is different, but you know, people get fired for that. And that nigga got suspended for a year. I'm like,
But there's a reason why he
Could be
got
worse.
suspended, bro, because they're not trying to pay out the rest of his contract.
He's still getting paid,
But
just to reduce them out.
exactly, because he's not coaching, he's not doing his job. But
because he.
interestingly enough, like I said, that's the initial reaction.
Nigga
But then,
made some bad decisions.
but then you just kind of see like how the headlines and narratives change. It goes from like consensual relationship to now it might have been the VP's assistant or wife or partner or whatever, and he might have been harassing a couple people, and it's just like, God damn.
Even
It's like,
before like they announced that, when that nigga Matt Barnes was like, "Oh, I pray for everybody in the situation," I was like, "Why
yeah,
this nigga
because he
praying?"
had switched up his
I was
stance.
like, what's going on here?
Because
I was like, what's going on, my nigga?
he had jumped out the window and he was like talking like, oh, that's kind of like OD for a whole year suspension. But then 2 minutes later, he takes the video down and then he gets on live and talks about like, yo, this is 100 times. When you
like,
hear
this
Matt
drive
Barnes
90
say this
miles.
shit is
I was
100 times.
that nigga
worth,
drove 100
it's like,
miles.
90 miles.
it's
Just
just
whooping
like,
niggas'
God
ass. Just whooping niggas'
damn, what
ass.
did
Crazy.
my
idea.
What
He
was
even,
he
even
mad?
beat him up.
30
What's that boondock shit?
I don't know
I
actually.
was like,
did he
that
do
guy
to
said
make
he
them
beat him
niggas
up. I feel like he
that
just talked
mad?
to him or something like that. Or maybe he drove and just to show him how you would do it.
What did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Nah,
I'm-
It's like, now I'm just thinking, what did this nigga do, bro?
Then we
And
signed Blake Griffin. It could mean anything, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
chill.
I peeped that.
This nigga went from potentially, winning a ring to now losing 2 rings. It's bad, bro. It's a
Good.
down bad year for
I was about to
Ime,
say,
bro.
Cheat on
With
your
the way that
wife.
they're going about it, how they're
Bad.
speaking on it, if everything is, what they're saying to be true, and it's like, yeah, get that nigga out of here.
No bullshit.
Like, what the fuck?
But what are
do
they
we-
saying
do we-
to be true? Like, I feel like we still don't know the details of what's going on, other than like the allegation that he might be potentially.
I don't even want to speak on rumors because it's not real.
That's
so I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying. So you
But
we really don't
regardless, it's
know.
like to this extent, if they're keeping it this closed in, and people are talking about on the outside, yeah, nah, this is bad. He's not gonna be coaching no more. Get him out.
Nigga cheat on his wife.
Yo, we gotta
For
go
sure.
to them games.
But cheating on your wife is bad. But when your wife is Nia Long, it's kind of like
I hate that people keep bringing.
it's not even
that up.
about that. It's that's like a member. Like that's like a long standing member of the black community.
For sure.
Like that's like a figure in the
For
community.
sure, and
you
it's
feel me?
and it's very
then,
unfortunate
like,
that
then-
like she moved
Then she
here.
just, I was gonna say, yeah, she just
here.
moved over here for this
Feel me?
nigga.
She has a
I think-
family.
I
with
think
Who
us.
she's in
is
New-
this
she was in
nigga
New York, I
that
think.
Nia Long is with him though?
Huh?
I've never heard of this nigga.
He was a basketball player before. You feel me? But like,
Doesn't
yeah,
really matter.
obviously,
The nigga be like assistant coaching and doing other shit for other basketball teams. He been an NBA nigga for a long time.
yeah. I just don't like that they bringing up Nia Long because it makes it seem like there's something wrong with Nia Long, bro. The reality is it's the man's issue. You feel me? The same way Beyonce could get cheated on. There's nothing wrong with Beyonce,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying.
Anybody
That nigga
could get
Jay-Z,
cheated
bro.
on, bro.
You never be forgiven for this.
It's a nigga and his lack of discipline to actually hold himself accountable to just the rules of his relationship.
That nigga Jay-Z could have
That's
killed a nigga I know, bro. I probably would have forgiven him faster than that. I'm sorry, bro. You bugging.
But
Nigga cheat on
A
Beyonce. bro.
nigga
I
that
think
you
the only-
know too. That's crazy.
I think the only thing
Depends how close.
that like I'm thinking about is like how much of this is truth and how much of this is like Boston Celtics like manipulating narratives. Because like I said, you see the narrative kind of shift. Like, did they drop the news initially and then niggas was on his side a little too much? So then they
So
was like,
changed it.
No, that's not the case.
Yo,
'cause
we gotta add fire to this
not
shit.
even, bro. Because they try to keep that shit under the current.
did they?
They did until the fucking vice president, what do you call it, leaked the information. That's when it's like, all right, now we got to speak on this.
How
They
you
been
know
knew that shit was going
How you
on.
know the VP leaked the information? Where's that from?
Bro, who announced that? They reported on that shit, bro.
That the VP of the
'Cause
Boston Celtics.
They got the whole conversation off of like a ring on the ring
Oh,
shit.
the
facts,
ring
though.
doorbell.
Yeah,
And
that's
how
true,
that's
yeah.
how the VP found out his wife is cheating on him.
Yeah, and wasn't it that
The
was
Celtics
Ring
been
be
knew.
catching
The
niggas.
Celtics been knew he was doing this shit, and they kept in that shit on the wraps. But then that nigga came out with it. And it's like, all right, now we got to speak on this shit.
That video of the ring nigga when he said, yo, going around to all the niggas.
This nigga came in and fucking coached these niggas to the finals. You think they want to get rid of that nigga?
I don't know.
But now it's like, damn, now the shit is in the public eye. We got to do something about it.
I don't want to say it's an unfortunate situation. If he deserved to get suspended, if he gets
Still
fired.
unfortunate for the fans, nigga, for,
sure.
the team.
Well, no. I was going to say family. Like you said fans.
That's
not that deep.
That's unfortunate
that's
too.
That's way worse. You feel me?
It's Boston, nigga.
I'm a Lakers fan. I really don't give a fuck. We have our
issues. What?
We have
Who
our
is this nigga, bro?
Never been to LA in his life ever.
Doesn't matter.
You never been to
LA, bro.
Who is this nigga, bro?
Matter, bro.
It's the 508 god.
Yo, now we gotta get that.
Nigga never met anybody that ever played for the Lakers ever.
Nah, bro. He's met. Oh, I guess not.
He never met nobody, nigga.
Why you say like PFI?
Yo, I meet Kobe every day when I wake up, nigga. I look at my poster. I have a poster.
A whole lot of
Y'all
ways,
are bad
bro.
people,
Bro, that's
bro.
sus in spirit.
Nah,
That's
bro.
wild.
I just look at him. It's the poster of him right after he won his 5th championship. You feel me? I just look at him and I say, Mamba mentality. I got
Dick
you.
riding is out of maximum.
Nah, bro. There's no dick riding Kobe, bro. It's Kobe.
Whoa. Nah, there is.
He was
there
dick
is.
riding him when he was alive too. It don't matter if the niggas
I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. This has nothing to do with it. I'm saying you can dick ride
Lil
Kobe.
B, bro. That's the worst form of dick riding that can exist, bro.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo, can we talk about this nigga EXO project?
Oh
Deluxe?
shit!
Deluxe.
It was just like a play on words because it's like we had the Deluxe project for Memorial Drive, but I just didn't want to like extend that shit, and I wanted to try something new. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, I was like, all right, let's just get this small concept going. I had some graphic designers I was working with beforehand, but we had to like switch some things up last minute, and so I was just like, all right, this is the new design that we're rocking with.
That album covers.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to David because he really
cool bar. That shit
it's always a blessing
He
working
nice,
with him
no
as well.
bullshit.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
He takes the creative process like very serious, and it's always like a great vibe. And
I definitely gotta work with him on some shit.
For sure, please. Yeah,
Sabo show me some shit that he's working on.
I saw that
It was
cover art.
crazy.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
Yeah,
Leak
that
it,
nigga's
let me
nice.
see.
But I liked it. I liked the project.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I know you heard some tracks beforehand. You know what I'm saying? That I showed you and we worked on, but
I feel like I have mixed feelings because I was listening to it thinking like this is my op. Like I was analyzing like what could he potentially use against me. Feel me?
that's fair. I thought about that
But
too
I gotta
because
spin the block and
we reviewed
actually
your
enjoy the
album
shit.
that time. Your first album you dropped, your first project.
facts.
When was
Remember
that?
His Life.
Yeah,
On Rhyme Reason
to
podcast.
review that shit.
was there
bro.
that?
Yeah, I
Which
reviewed
back.
it. Yeah,
He get nominated for Boston Music Award for
yeah,
sure.
Right? Y'all kept that going. Y'all might have been on there. No
We
bullshit.
get nominated for sure. Though.
Another reason. Shout out to y'all with that, man.
Gotta bring that back.
I'm it.
Fendi.
No Kizzy.
But
Who
yeah,
else did you do it with? My fault.
Macho Munch.
Yo, we
Bro,
gotta
that
get
nigga
Macho,
ass,
bro. That
I
was
don't
one of
know,
the
bro. No bullshit. I do not know.
Episode 4.
Damn.
Bad for Ron. What?
Bad rhymes for community reasons.
Yes, that
Oh,
was
shit.
the funniest, one of our funniest
Yeah, that
episodes.
shit was comedy.
Wow.
And that's such a slept on episode, bro. Y'all just gotta go on. It's an ageless episode. We was talking about a lot of shit.
Yeah, we
That
brought
was
up-
like back
Let's drop
before like
some.
we understood like the repercussions of just saying anything into a microphone. Like now there's a little bit more
Let's drop some
self-awareness.
flashback clips of it.
We could do that.
Yeah, that was
That'd
when
be
we did the
tough.
bag review. We gotta run that back. We should do that next week. Bag review.
Bag review.
Bag review.
Bag update.
You ordered some new bags, right?
Yeah, I did.
I'm
when
hip.
they
We
come
had
in,
the
we'll
tell
do
for
it.
our
This is why
day.
we're not a music podcast.
Yeah.
Nah, we just listen to music while we do it.
Hey man, we could
Shit.
talk about some music. Rihanna just got a
Super Bowl.
Just
Hold on,
got
wait.
the nod
You're
for
not
the-
done talking about this main project.
My bad.
All right, so you work with some producers on this, right? You got Gib DJ.
Got give
You had
DJ.
Mr. KLBK himself, Tomo.
Yes, sir.
Feel
He's
me?
on the cover himself.
Facts. Nigga was in the spaceship
Yeah,
with him.
that's
you had
wild.
Johnny
Yeah, I
Wave.
fell on the stool.
You feel me? And you had Keys, right? So those
Sir.
4. So what was it like working with so many different producers and kind of like bringing this sound and this vision to life with those guys?
Yeah, for the most part, I think everybody knows each other, and I worked with those people in the past as well. So you know, they're familiar with those people's productions, those different producers' productions, and so yeah, I think it was a dope experience. I love just like the experience that comes with, you know what I'm saying, just like building with them one-on-one in the studio, because that's normally what takes place, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just always like a good process. I've been trying something new with the sound and the house music, and I feel like that's something that I want to see what type of doors I could open up with. You know, a lot of people told me they fucking with the house music or just how I was able to compliment it. You know what I'm saying? With just everything, you know, sound.
It's just
vision.
good, like, you know, before anybody could box you in and put you in a box, it's just like hit them with some shit different.
Exploring yourself, the creativity is important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Spacing on that track is amazing too. No,
Yeah.
I will say.
And you were speaking on like it's called Deluxe because originally the plan was to make it a Deluxe and Memorial Drive. And interestingly enough, that was the conversation when you was on the pod, it was leading up to that moment.
It was leading up to that point.
You know, like, why do you think you had to make those two projects separate, and what was the difference in just the headspace you were in when creating both of those projects?
Ultimately, for myself, I went through like a rebirth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people around me, a lot of people that I used to be around, it changed. You know what I'm saying? Even family, you know what I'm saying? It was like I just wasn't around everybody as much as I used to be. And I feel like with Memorial Drive, my mission with that was just like community, you know what I'm saying? And gathering people, different artists in the city. And we all collaborate on this project, which was my first project, you know what I'm saying? Putting out into the Boston music scene. And so for the Deluxe project, I kind of gained more independence with the creative process, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I was more isolated throughout that process of writing the Deluxe and into this new project, the Blank EP that I'm working on. And so I feel like it's getting very intimate, and I'm really just trying to discover this new side of myself as far as sound and just the creative vision, you know what I'm saying, the focuses. You feel me?
Blank. Wait, did you say Blank EP because you don't know what it's going to be called?
Yeah,
it's literally called Blank EP.
It's called the Blank EP, you know what I'm saying?
And what's your...
Yeah, and it's gonna touch a lot of different experiences, personal experiences I've been through.
What's the sound?
And just the sound's real.
That's diverse.
Yeah, it's diverse.
I've heard some of the beats on there. That shit's
shout out to Nate Conley. So he's a producer. He's a composer from the UK, and so I got him to collaborate on this project. Okay. He's dope. He worked on many different.
Why'd you emphasize it like that? Composer. You're about to say producing, you said composer.
Because he worked on movies and stuff. So with this project,
so you got like scores in this.
Yeah. So like with him and his experiences.
How did you make that happen?
Dude, it's a long story.
It's top 10, bro.
It's a long story, but I was really
Bad
like
accent.
doing my research one time, and I came across his work, you know what I'm saying, in the credits of like a project, and I was like, yo, like his shit's dope, and I want to see how I could get involved with him. And so we talked. We've been building for like 2 years now.
So what? Yeah. So he's kind of like he's established in his own space.
Yeah, established.
So for you reaching out to him, how did he kind of receive that? Was he open to the idea, or did you kind of have to do some finessing, like convincing?
Yeah, so he saw my profile, you know what I'm saying? So like he saw the different people I was collaborating with. He saw the support that I was getting from the city. You know, I think that was important because it's like, okay, you know, he's in the UK. It's like, how can he make an impact in Boston? How can I make an impact?
Didn't you think he was a different nigga?
I did think he was a different nigga. We ain't gonna talk about that though, nigga. We ain't gonna talk about that though. But I did think he was a different person at first. But I still loved like the creative process that like he displayed on his profile, and I was just amused by that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I want to work with this dude.
This is also not your first time working with somebody from out there too.
Yeah,
so I think that was dope. I think you need to go out there soon.
Yeah, facts. I would love
to.
I got family out in London. That's crazy.
This nigga is a bloke.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
What?
A bloke.
Did you just diss him?
No.
I don't know what that means. What is it?
It's a person.
Guy,
yeah. One of the niggas.
Bloke.
Yeah, bloke. Like a lad.
With my blokes.
You know the
blokes.
lads?
I heard lads. I never heard bloke.
Blokes in the stew.
You gotta be up on the UK slang.
I don't, nigga.
That's not even slang. I feel like is that
shit
slang?
crazy.
I mean, I guess it is.
Language.
Gotta get you out there, man.
Niggas speak English, though.
Yeah.
If I was like, hermano, you know that.
That's
That's crazy.
He's really pushing his narrative. They're really pushing the narrative.
Apparently Haitians is Latino, bro. So you feel me?
This man's is living
Seen that on the list. I was like, hey, yo.
Sheesh.
Shout out to them.
Rihanna.
Ooh.
Super Bowl.
Making it happen.
Halftime show. She got the nod. Do we think new music is coming before?
Halftime Fenty pop up.
That shit gonna be hard.
It's about to be
I'm trying to go.
It's gonna be the Fenty Bowl.
I'll be surprised if she doesn't drop new music.
I think it's in I want to.
I'll be really surprised if she doesn't. Because this is the biggest, one of the biggest events of the year. You feel me? In terms of American culture.
She doesn't need to.
She doesn't need to, but
it would be a great
attention on you. Like,
who you think she's gonna bring out? Is the real question.
I don't know. You think Kanye's gonna pop up?
You think
so many
Jay-Z,
Kanye,
Kanye,
Rocky might pop out?
They don't have any collaborations. Though.
They do have a
bro,
song.
That nigga gonna.
but not, bro.
That
When
nigga
you,
gonna
when you go
propose
to
to
the
at the Super Bowl. I'm calling that shit right now.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Who's gonna come to the Super Bowl?
He's gonna propose to her at the Super Bowl.
Oh, that would be a force.
That would be.
That's mad.
Breaking news.
That's some attention seeking.
Yeah, that
yeah, it really is. I didn't want
Arizona.
to. Arizona.
That shit's
About to be
hot.
110 degrees.
It is gonna be
Nigga, it's
hot
the
in
winter.
Oh, but
They also play in the dome.
in the dome, right? Yeah, I was about to say.
you're right,
Sorry,
you're
But
right,
also
in the dome.
it's in February.
It's that college, right? They play out
State.
Phoenix.
Nah. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's State Farm Stadium.
Okay.
I think they have a different name.
But
That would be some
University of
attention seeking
Phoenix,
shit. But the reason I don't think that she necessarily needs to drop new music is because it's like it's a legacy act type of thing. That's when you're gonna hear the now live your life.
No, you can hear all the bangers, all the
Like
classics.
you know that she's gonna play all the
Shine bright
classics.
like a diamond.
That shit crazy.
That would be
But it's
such
just-
a
I feel
good
like
song
that'd be a
to
good.
end off on.
Fact, she ends on that song. Lamar wins his
Beautiful.
MVP. You know, Super Bowl
Think she
ring
gonna
as
bring
well.
out Jay-Z?
That's what I'm
Maybe
saying. I
run
don't
this
know.
town. Who knows? Who
What did he
knows?
say on
No
that one
ground,
song?
umbrella.
No ground.
Yeah, that song's bad. He didn't need to make that remix. He did not need to make that remix.
Little Miss Sunshine. At least tell me where we at.
Is Drake popping out?
I hope not.
Probably
not.
not.
I
That would be a force.
don't think
Definitely
the
not.
relationship is where it used to be.
Definitely
Nah, she got to bring out Kendrick.
She got to do work. Just don't do his verse. But you got to do work.
She does not have to do work. She got better songs than
That's
that.
her biggest song, bro.
No, it's not.
What the
I
fuck?
think I truly think it is, bro.
I think Needed Me is even higher than that.
No, Needed Me is a better song.
But I think it's even
Well,
played
work
higher
is
than that.
way.
Me. That shit's hard. Shine bright like a diamond. That's better than that.
I would be so surprised if I search for Rihanna on Spotify right now and Work's not the first song.
It's not. It's Umbrella.
Umbrella.
It's Umbrella.
Under my
I don't even
umbrella.
think work is,
Work
a
is
top
not
five.
even in the
Love on the
top
Brain is almost at
five.
1 billion.
Love
you
on
feel
the brain.
me?
Love on the brain.
Needed Me is 1 billion. You feel me?
Nigga,
Like,
you don't know nothing. Look at you. You think Drake is that nigga, but Rihanna's really that
I didn't even
nigga.
say all that. I want to hear.
I'm excited for this
Yo,
shit.
what's that song like? Oh shit.
I'm gonna keep it a bean.
I did not
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not even that big of a Rihanna fan. I don't really like her music like
Same
that.
old
I've
mistakes.
never.
I really like Auntie a lot.
Yeah,
But
Auntie
that's
was
the only
cool,
project
but
I
I've
really
never
know.
been a huge fan of her work, like on me. But like, I'm excited for this shit because if she can drop new music, I mean, Frank can drop new music.
They're
I mean,
saying
anything's
he's
possible.
planning on it.
Anything's
Did
possible.
you see the same Twitter dude who like got Kendrick out of retirement? He tried to do the same shit with Frank.
I want to know why that nigga's from Boston and don't tap into nothing in Boston.
He's from
I
Boston.
want to know why he don't tap into shit that's
How old
happening
is
in
he?
Yo, we
Boston.
gotta get
How
him
old
on
is
the
he?
pod,
He's
bro.
I think he's college age, so because he goes to a school in
Okay.
the South, but in North Carolina.
Oh,
But
so
I'm
he's
like,
not out
yo,
here.
yeah, but he be here though. Like for like vacations and shit because he live here. This is his
Yeah.
home. So I'm like, why
I know
that
that.
nigga don't be? I don't know if he be at the shows. I don't know nothing
Maybe
about
he
this
do.
nigga.
Do you know what he
Probably
looks
just
like?
an internet
I do know
nigga,
what he
bro.
looks like, but I'm saying why
Some
that nigga
real
don't be
internet
tapped into
nigga
like
shit.
he don't be talking about Boston shit like anywhere. I went through his tweets. He don't talk about Boston music.
You gotta go get right with him.
Damn.
All right.
Maybe not even like that, but like maybe that nigga need to get initiated into the
introduction,
culture.
yeah.
Like,
Introduction.
invite him out to the shows. And
He got to
shit,
get
you know what I'm
initiated
saying?
into the culture for real. Because I feel like it's interesting that's like the way his platform was built.
He
was
does
by
have a
like
huge platform now.
Yeah, his
At
platform
this
was
point, there's
built-
like, I don't know why there's a certain person out that like it's the music Twitter heads.
like rap Twitter.
Who's the black woman? Like, what's her name? Dee Dee? Is it Dee Dee?
I'm
I don't
not
know, bro.
on rap Twitter. I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. Like my Twitter feed is chaotic.
I'm sure it is.
Very hectic.
I'm sure it is.
But I fuck with some of the stuff that he be saying. I fuck with how like diverse his like palette for hip hop is. I would like to see that nigga have more stuff. I don't like that nigga's not good in the community. And I feel like it's no like to me, whenever I see Boston in your bio or Boston in your location, that means that I need to have seen you in Boston. Or if I go to some shit, there's a chance that I could see you in
That's
Boston.
facts, yeah.
And if I don't see you, if you're not there, you're not good in the community for real. Like, you know what I mean? I want to be able to see niggas that are like representation of this community in the community for real. Pull up to the events, pull up on the podcast, dude. Like, you know what I mean? You're a real nigga. Like, pull up the stuff.
Well, we gotta find out if you're a real nigga. I can't tell that on the internet.
Hey man, he is a
Well,
nigga.
I'm sure you might be. You might be. But you know, shout out to Rihanna. That's gonna be two Super Bowls in a year that I know are gonna be guaranteed to be fired.
Bro, that halftime show last year was mid, bro.
Nah,
Stop
it was
gassing
dope,
that.
bro. It was
Stop
good.
gassing
Who was
that.
it?
I'm not saying it was
Kendrick.
amazing, bro. It wasn't
Snoop
amazing.
Dogg and all them niggas
Bro.
and Dr. Dre. That shit was mid,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
And
I didn't watch that.
yeah, I forgot about
And
I feel
that.
like the
Eminem
last one
and
I
50
watched was
Cent.
Travis.
You wasn't here when we watched that together?
Nah, I don't think he was here. But I just
Oh
that
no,
shit
it was Jaleel.
that shit was mid, bro.
Okay.
Like we gassed it
Nah,
enough.
but it was cool, bro. I
It
liked
was
it. I
cool,
liked
but
it.
it
It was
was
a
mid, bro.
I, mean,
celebration.
I only remember Kendrick's part.
Yeah,
That shit was tough.
And 50 Cent fucking hanging upside
Oh
down.
yeah,
And
I
that
didn't
shit
remember
crazy.
that. Though.
Oh
I
yeah,
forgot
they had
about
them
that.
on stage doing that
Yeah,
shit.
but
Nah.
let's be honest though. Rihanna Rihanna's a performer.
Oh, she's gonna kill it.
That shit's about to be bust. The likes that we haven't seen since Beyonce.
Facts.
And Beyonce's was hard. You know who won the Super Bowl that year too? The Ravens. So like, we're gonna run it back.
Yo, I don't want to get too much into football because
Now let's talk about this because Lamar's a real nigga.
I'm gonna say one thing. I pray that he goes this whole year without being injured.
Do you believe in God?
Because he's risking it, bro.
He doesn't, though.
I pray to the universe, bro.
I pray to the universe, nigga. Make it clear.
Nah, bro. I say God, but even
I want to make sure you're not praying to God that you don't believe it.
That's a universal word. That's a universal word, bro. You feel me? Higher power, universe, God. To me, it's all the same thing, bro. We just call it different things. But I'm just saying, he's betting on himself. The situation right now is he's the most talented player in the NFL. No doubt about it, right? But he does not have a contract extension yet.
And he also doesn't. His agent is his mom. It's him and his mom.
And they want,
and they have an agent.
And they want guaranteed amount. Like they're willing to give him the amount he's looking for, but it's not guaranteed. And with football contracts, they don't like to give guaranteed money because there's a lot of risk, especially with a mobile quarterback. And that's what they're going to try to use to, just
even though the majority of quarterback injuries happen in the pocket. Lamar's never been injured outside the pocket. Quarterbacks get injured. Like, this doesn't happen. Like, mobile quarterbacks get injured. Like, barely any of them get, like, since what? RG3? And that nigga was in the pocket when that shit happened to him too.
Tight.
Cam Newton got beat up that one game and that nigga never been the same since. And that happened what? In the pocket.
Yeah, maybe. But all I'm saying is this. He's taking a risk because he hasn't signed a contract extension. He's balling out. He's having an early MVP favorite season. It's almost so disconnected. He don't know what's going on.
That nigga's slow.
I just imagining Lamar
I just hope
highlights.
that he could go the whole season without being injured so he can get that guaranteed bread. That's it.
And you know what that will do? Because we see what happens with the injury, like the risk that takes place with all these players. You see what happened to Tua the other day. You feel me? And the way that they're doing that nigga's grease. That shit's egregious.
I don't think he might not play football again,
That's what I'm saying. That shit's egregious.
That nigga's throwing up sets. Like, that nigga was done. Yo.
I heard the reason for that is like the brain lost connection with his
lose
finger.
functionality for a second where it's like you're just a dead body, my nigga.
Did you see that shit, bro?
He's just throwing up sets.
I don't think you want to.
I'm pulling that up.
Said, my nigga, like, what the fuck? Like, that shit was bad.
Bro, and it's crazy because the week before he tripped up. Both. He tripped up like he got bad. He got concussed.
Shit was bad.
And they put him back the next week, bro. They don't give a fuck about these athletes,
bro.
Ah, shit.
So bad.
Look at this shit.
Trouble 0-2. Tua Tagovailoa, the catch. Penalty flag comes in, and Tua Tagovailoa was roughed at the end of the release. The pass rusher came on top of him there, and
it's because he hit his head on the ground. Look,
suffered some type of an injury on this play. We have Teddy Bridgewater in the game.
He shakes his
head.
head.
Tagovailoa
walking, he's shaking his head.
Getting up.
Trips up. Weakening knees.
That's awful.
And that was last Sunday.
Mashed potatoes now, bro.
Mashed potatoes.
And then they took him out of the game, put him in the. This is what happened. They put him in the concussion protocol, and then they put the nigga back in the game that same game.
Really?
Right? In the same game, he finished the game. They won the game, but they put him back in the game that same game, right? Then 4 days later, and you know what they say about concussions, right? When you get a concussion within that first week, like if anything happens to your head again, like that might be it for you, nigga. You could die. 4 days later on Thursday Night Football, this is what happened to the nigga.
His ability to make adjustments at halftime. Tua roll.
Sorry, this is super unrelated. Shout out to Tua and all this. This is a horrible play. This nigga suck. I'm sorry. I don't fuck with this nigga. This nigga's horrible. But regardless of it, if he's good or bad, this should not be happening to niggas. Because as you can see, the running back at the top of the screen is wide open. That's his check down option. All he has to do is look over there and throw it to him.
Man.
I'm sorry. But also,
he's not lying.
Also, your defender is coming in from your right side. Don't run to your right.
Left.
With the
grain, and down he goes. Slung down in his own feet.
Look at his fingers, bro.
Josh Tupu.
He's like, oh my God.
I don't even want to laugh. Like, that's bad, bro. That's bad.
Why you
telling me to play that shit?
Why you say that, bro?
Wobbly, the training staff.
Bro, that's a disgrace to the NFL, bro. Like, he's not a disgrace.
It's raps for him.
Here's what happened.
America, man.
Here's the thing. They put that nigga. They took him to the doctors, right? They took him to a medical facility.
Put him on a stretcher.
Hold on, you gotta see the replays. All the 7,000 fucking replays that they showed of this shit, bro. That shit's fucked up that they showed this shit so many times. Leave that up there.
Yo, you're
I don't want to watch that, bro.
You're a bad person, bro.
But they took the nigga to a medical facility, right? And then they checked for a concussion, whatever. And then they were like, all right, bet, whatever. They put that nigga on the plane. They had that nigga watching movies and shit while he was on the plane. And they were like, yeah, he's having a good
Why
time.
would they
He's
have him
smiling.
watch movies?
Why they put him on a
bro?
plane, bro? You're not,
No medical access, nothing.
nothing.
God forbid he
And
has
the
a seizure
elevation
right
and all
there.
that
Yeah.
shit. They put him on the plane. Took like now he's in Miami, and they're like, oh, it's questionable whether he'll play. They still want to play the nigga.
That's crazy.
They still want to play
Like,
him
for next week.
They
This
still
Sunday,
like he might. They lost this game, and I think that's what they're thinking. They're like, damn, we was 3-0
No,
with
no,
that nigga.
I will say right
even
now,
with the concussion.
Find the fuck out of the Miami Dolphins if he plays tomorrow.
And this
bro.
is the same, like, bro. To be honest with you, this shouldn't even be a question of whether or not this nigga should be playing the game.
Wait, what? If he played this past Thursday, he's not playing Sunday.
Not Sunday.
Bro.
I'm talking about the next week, like
Okay,
the next game,
yeah,
not
okay.
the next week, the next game. But I'm saying this nigga shouldn't even be an option. It shouldn't even be like one of those things where they're thinking about like even if this nigga says I'm good to go, I'm
You
straight.
don't
I'm like
believe him,
nigga,
bro.
shut the fuck up, sit the fuck on the bench. You're not playing,
No bullshit.
nigga. You can barely walk. You're not good to play. What's up with this? Do you see how hard he got slammed? He hit his head right in the same spot. Nigga couldn't even move his arms. The last time I seen some shit like this, you remember what happened to Ryan Shazier? It was also against the Bengals. That's interesting. No bullshit. But when that shit happened to that nigga, it's like, yo, I see this shit happening. And I think what niggas really have to understand at the end of the day is that it's football. It's a sport. It's for entertainment. This shit's not worth your life.
Yeah.
Niggas' brain is mush.
You see that? It's not worth his life. It's not worth anyone's life. It's a sport. You feel me? You niggas getting paid a bunch of dollars. His contract is up at the end of the season as well. He's up for an extension as well. And that's probably why he's so adamant on playing, because he's playing really well, whatever. And whatever. But it's like sometimes you gotta save the players from themselves, and the team has to do a way better job of not even putting the players in that situation in the first place. Cause like you said, this shit happens to Lamar, nigga. I'm M&T Bank on dogs. If something like that happens to Lamar Jackson, bro, niggas gonna see niggas act out of character.
I'm praying for that man.
You know, nigga.
Even if he's
Oh my
fine in the
God.
next
Yo,
couple weeks or so,
dogs.
we gotta wait like the next couple of years just to make sure this nigga's actually straight. Oh shit! You feel me? Wow, we almost lost this nigga.
Gone, nigga.
Career ended quick, nigga.
If
Like,
you have children and all that, would you let them play football?
depends, bro. If they want to play, bro, they love the game.
I ain't letting them niggas play that. The only way they gonna love the game is if you introduce them to the game.
I'm gonna watch it though. I like football. I'll be watching that shit. You don't be watching it. That's the thing. If they watching it, like I want to play, like it's gonna be a decision. But I think for me, it's really just like I'm gonna let them know the risk that comes with it and be like, this is what could happen. I'm gonna show them the clips. I'm gonna show them Antonio
Do you think
Brown
they can really
flashing people in the
process
pool
that,
and all this
like,
weird shit.
At that age, to be like, okay,
could.
well, so that
When I
they
was
might
younger,
laugh
I
at you,
could.
so, like, they
Flash
might be like,
people
that
in the
nigga
pool.
lit.
Yeah, there was a video on TMZ of that nigga. He was in the pool sexually harassing this lady. It was
the
like I
fuck?
think it was like all in fun, whatever. But shit was weird. Nigga dick was out. Nigga's ass was out. That nigga be on some nut shit, bro. Can I be defending him? Can't defend everything. That nigga just be wilding, bro. AB, man.
Oh, what's the little song you got? Doom, doom,
Facts.
doom.
And you're like, put that shit on.
Put that shit on.
That shit
Put that shit
on.
on.
Yeah, put that. Nigga took that shit off in the pool. That's bad. But all this to say, prayers up for Tua,
Shit
man.
crazy.
Hopefully, you know what I mean, for players in general, because we see the risk that comes with it. Lamar's situation is even more significant because if he's able to do that shit, then that means that there can be guaranteed money for players in the NFL.
That's
and
a
that would
fact.
really mean a lot, especially when shit like this can happen any given Sunday. You feel me?
And that's why
Or
you need that
Thursday in this
guarantee,
case.
bro. Like, bro, this man might not play another snap if it gets bad enough. Like, and then what? Everything he's dedicated for years is gone. Now,
And his brain's fucked up at that point.
And that's the thing. And like, you know, they're not going to do shit for that nigga after the league.
At all.
it's a fact.
Feel me?
All right, man, before we get out of here, I got some nominees for Bad for the Community for this week. All right? And we can, y'all pick who's the nominee and then we could further discuss it. All right? So, among nominees of Bad for the Community, and if y'all want to throw in something, right, we could do it. DaBaby, underselling his expectations. You feel me? And
17K.
That makes him bad though?
bad for the
He put
because
Meg
he's
in that
just
video.
he's just been bad
Seen
for
that
the
shit?
community in
Yeah,
general.
Meg
We've
look
been
like in the video.
we've been talking about him just being bad for the community, and now I feel like we just finally seeing
We really put the stamp on him.
Dude, like I'm glad this nigga's out of here, bro. I'm genuinely glad, bro. This nigga was a cancer to the black community, bro. You rapping about terrible shit. You not doing anything that's transcending the
When you're
culture,
referring
bro.
to terrible shit, what do you mean by that?
The way, like,
His
the
rapping,
content of the music.
the content of his like what he raps about, killing niggas every song.
Every
a lot
song.
of his favorite rappers do. Like, what do you mean? Like, Mad
there's-
Mad
no,
Niggas
no,
that
him.
he-
You're
yeah, Mad
okay,
Niggas
I
that he
was
listens to
saying,
does that.
That's not
So I'm
true.
like,
That's
why
not
is that
true.
a knock against him?
All right, so I
Nigga, you
don't-
fuck with you hear about heavy.
hold on, I don't want to be a hypocrite, right?
Pasto.
I fuck with Herbo too.
I fuck with Herbo. I fuck with Lil Baby. I fuck with all of these niggas. I feel like for me personally, there's nuance when they do rap about that shit. Cause it's like, for a lot of the time, it feels like, yo, we're talking about
We
an
heard
experience.
from Cairo that G Herbo wasn't even there.
Cairo,
no
Yeah,
limit
fuck that
Cairo.
dick eating nigga, bro. Like, bro, like you running
you
off
gonna
a
say
clout.
fuck him?
Cause that's your man's, and now you doing that when you still in Chicago. Dick eating, bro. Pete, a lot of the
That's the
times,
opposite
I
of
was
dick
gonna
eating.
say.
a lot of the times, bro.
Like, that's hating.
No, for you to hop on a platform that hate on a nigga, dick eating, bro. To me,
Said he
hey,
wasn't there.
I just feel like there's nuance with it. It's like, yo, we've transcended past all this violence that we've been through. You feel me? Sometimes it is them just like, oh, I want to make, a song that bump, and I'm just gonna say that. I don't usually fuck with shit like that. But DaBaby, when he just raps about it like it's fashionable, not like it's like a traumatic experience that I had to survive from, but literally just like any opportunity I get, I'm gonna murk a black man. Like
You
that's
look
just
at me
how
the
it.
wrong way. I guess I'm gonna kill the nigga.
Like that's just.
Well, you sound like him, bro.
It's just so surface level. Like it's not a story within it. It's just surface level. And bro, even the shit he's done with like his baby moms, like embarrassing her on
that was
IG,
crazy.
just
randomly pulling up.
just being a terrible influence, bro. Like
She was
we
just
don't even
here
got to
the
talk
other
about
day.
the
Yo, I bought
homophobic
tickets
comments.
to the DaBaby concert for 16 bills last time he was in Boston.
God
Did you go?
damn, bro.
Yeah.
It was lit.
Nah, it was actually crazy. He was interacting with
Exo
the
was
crowd
probably
and
over
shit.
there like,
Nah, nigga, I wasn't
yeah.
dancing, nigga. I wasn't dancing,
Where was he
nigga.
performing at?
House of Blues.
Okay.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was right before. This was in 2021.
Oh,
Seen
wow.
EXO in the
2022.
crowd. Thought about killing
Yeah,
niggas.
early
Yo,
in the year.
2024, that nigga gonna be doing dap upstairs.
That's a fool.
That's crazy,
That's a
nigga.
fool. That's a fool.
Yeah, he's
That's
gonna go out
intense.
like what's man's who came out here and had like 13 people watching him.
Smoke perk.
Oh, smoke
Smoke perk,
perk.
he's gonna go out that way. That's how I'm calling. But
Damn,
wait,
shit
that's
crazy.
just one of the nominees. My bad. The next nominee is Brett Favre, who's truly bad for the community in every single way, bro. This
He
man
been bad
been
for the community.
siphoning money from the welfare program in Mississippi
Poorest state.
and funneling it. The poorest state in the United States.
I didn't know that.
The poorest people of the poorest state.
And in Mississippi,
I
a
thought
lot
it
of
was
them
on
niggas
some,
don't
like-
have clean water. Like,
And he's been funneling that money to
Fans
himself,
promotion.
enriching
Nah,
himself,
nah, get
and
this nigga
also
outta here.
building a volleyball arena, stadium, whatever, for the college that his daughter plays for. So a whole
I thought it was
bunch
on
of
some like
fuck
pandemic
Brett
loan
Favre.
shit. I didn't know that.
Brett Favre, yes.
I didn't know that.
Green Bay Packers
That's
Super Bowl
crazy.
winning Brett Favre, yes. And
And
bro,
the Vikings.
you know who's a part of
That's
that lawsuit too, the civil lawsuit?
Nope.
Ted DiBiase.
oh, I didn't know that. I thought you meant like someone from the NFL. I didn't
Oh,
know that.
that's crazy too.
Nigga, that's the $1 million man. What you
Yeah,
expect
how
from
you
that
get to
nigga?
that
Everybody's
million?
got a price.
WWE nigga.
That's a
That
WWE
that
nigga.
nigga walked up to
I
niggas.
recognize that
I'm not
name.
gonna lie, that's kind of hard. I'm sorry.
Nah,
that nigga walked up to
that's
niggas and
not
looked
hard.
them. He looked niggas in the eye and said, "Everyone's got a price. Everyone's got to pay." But the $1 million man will always get his way and laughed in niggas' face. I seen that nigga he offered $100 to a kid and said, "I'll give you $100. You can bounce that basketball 10 times." Nigga said 1, 2, 3, 4,
Smack that
5,
his
6. Kick that shit out. The nigga, he's like, "Oh, you lost." What do you think? What do you expect from that nigga? What do you expect from that nigga?
He showed
Ted?
his true colors.
What do you expect from that nigga that got a diamond encrusted title belt and said, "I'm the $1 million champion. That nigga's not touching me." Nigga, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I can't get behind that.
I don't condone it. But like, you know that. What do you expect from that nigga? You like you
That
can
sound
be
like the
mad
nigga.
at
That
him,
sound
but
like the
don't
nigga from
make it
Fairy
seem like.
Godparents with the big ass hat.
But don't make it seem like it's not. Brett
Doug
Favre's like,
Dimmadome.
damn. It's like, damn, nigga, you doing this and this. That's evil. But Ted DiBiase, come on now. You thought
like-
he was playing a character? Come on now. I'm gonna put
So-
out
so now what?
As funny as that is,
So what? They gonna make him pay
They're
a fine? He got to pay like what? Now what?
it's a civil lawsuit. So yes, he's there. Like if he loses the lawsuit, he's gonna have to pay back the money. But it's not even close to the amount of money that they've been stealing
saying.
away from people. They're talking about the amount is up to 70 million that they've been taking from this program, bro.
force.
That's fucking wild, bro. The rich is
70
only getting richer.
million.
And then we have discussions about systemic racism, and then people have the audacity to look black people crazy, bro, when we say shit like this, bro. As if it's not happening right in front of us in 2022, bro. Bold ass niggas, bro, who are already enriched. And then they have the audacity to go on fucking iMessage and text each other like, yo, is the media gonna find out about this?
How
Like,
they get the messages?
It's an iMessage.
bro, so nigga, you think Apple gonna protect you in the
It's encrypted, but
Oh no, because
Apple can pull it up.
it's Law enforcement got involved.
They investigated it,
Got it.
bro.
I thought someone like leaked this.
Niggas ain't even doing their due diligence and hopping on what's the shit that's the scam, the Telegram. You feel me? Niggas ain't even bold enough to get on there.
Scammers. And that's what's worse about it too, is because when you really think about it, it's that this shit is happening like up front. Niggas aren't barely even trying to cover this shit up. They're barely trying to do anything to make it seem like they're doing anything that's not nefarious. They know they're doing some deep, like dirty shit.
If you have to ask, will people find out about this? You're probably not on the right side of history.
Yeah, it's just egregious, bro. And
He should
it's
be in
also
jail.
sad.
This
too.
shouldn't be a civil lawsuit.
I was about to
This
say
should
that
be
nigga
a
need
criminal
prison
lawsuit,
time.
bro. Like
Ted DiBiase too, but that thing was actually
all
like
of them niggas involved. Even the people who've been in powers and position, who've been like brought in to serve the public, and they are in charge of these funds, and they're misallocating these funds that belong to people in need, bro. The neediest of people, like.
And Brett Favre is famous, and he's rich and famous.
He can make a bag off of anything, but
You
he
know
can
what
do
I'm
appearance.
Now imagine this. Imagine how many other billionaires, like millionaires and billionaires, are doing this shit right in front of your face that you don't know their names of.
For sure.
That are doing this shit. The media is probably not covering it the same way because this is Brett Favre. You feel me? That nigga football star. Is football
the media is barely
relevant
covering
right
it.
now. Exactly.
I didn't even know the full story.
Bro, I'm sure every city is doing this in some way, bro.
Yeah.
Why is it a black kid, man?
And this nigga Ted DiBiase was walking around with a slave, basically.
Dribble that basketball 10 times. Let me see you dribble the basketball 10 times. 2,
He said
3,
this is light.
4, 5,
Oh, he
6,
almost didn't
7,
do it.
8, 9, 10. Good. Oh.
He said you can do it. I know that you are capable of doing it.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Sean. If you can dribble this basketball 15 times consecutively without missing, look here, I'm going to give you $500. Now, I know you and your family.
I ain't even 100, 500.
Nigga, I would have been
This nigga said, I know you and your family need this.
$500.
He said,
That nigga Virgil, a nigga, is slave basically, is standing there being like, I got you.
Here's the basketball.
Crazy.
He's good money.
Okay, Sean, 15 times.
WWE, this is
In front of
5 times.
thousands of people.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Whoops. Oh.
This nigga's a dickhead.
He said, well, I'll be.
15, Sean. You didn't
I don't think this nigga's processing what's going on.
For real.
He said what he had to say.
15. And you know what that means?
This nigga like, this nigga like, what the fuck? Like, look at him. He's just like, yo, my nigga, what?
Yo, what if that nigga hit the spin move when he tried to kick it? Like, fuck out of here, bitch, nigga.
And he laughed, that evil ass laugh, and he's walking
That's what
away.
he did when he left the welfare program with fucking 2 million, nigga. Oh, that's
Nigga, what is his
terrible,
theme
bro.
song? Nigga, money.
I don't even think I need to do the third nominee, bro. As bad as DaBaby is, bro, this is terrible for the community. And like I said, charge these niggas criminally, all right, bro? Do not, like, this is a criminal offense. Stop letting shit. This is disturbing on a lot of things, bro. All right, what else I got on this list? Yo, y'all fucking with the Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix dog?
Nah, nigga, I ain't know.
I did not watch
Who's the
that
third
shit.
nigga, though? Who you about to say third, bro?
I was gonna say the vape is bad for the community,
shit.
bro.
That shit
We
is
haven't had
bad,
that
nigga.
conversation.
That shit is bad.
That shit might be up
I
there.
tweeted it.
Hey.
I was like, yo, when we gonna have the dialogue about like the real pandemic?
That's not
Wait,
pandemic, though.
what was that
Wait,
about?
what's up,
What was that
man?
about, Eves?
That's an endemic.
What's up?
You know why I'm looking at him?
Nigga, Tomo be fiending.
You got that shit in your pocket
Nah, he
right
don't be
now?
fiending, but he be
I
doing it though.
yeah,
You do got
I
it in your.
vape.
Yo, I seen this.
Okay.
I seen
not
this
good.
nigga Tomo on stage, bro. You was doing this a bunch without the mic in your hand. I was like, why is he doing that
What you talking about?
at the chamber? I watched the video back. You kept doing this, and I was like, why is he doing that?
Let me see. I gotta see.
I said, you gotta watch the
We
link.
don't
Watch
gotta
the
do
link.
all
Which
that. We don't
hand?
gotta do all
I
that.
don't know, nigga.
He said, he said my
Which hand?
left.
But then
If it's left,
you was
nah,
to
I
the
wasn't
side,
doing that.
and then you started vaping on the side.
All right, wait.
Was I coughing though?
Let's get into a real convo. Let's get into a real. I feel like it's a real conversation. You feel me? Like this is the new.
He's thinking Johnny, dude.
This is the new wave. You feel me? Like we were supposed to be the generation that beat nicotine. Nope, they just put it in a new form, and now niggas is on it, bro.
We gotta throw tomatoes at
it's an
niggas to
issue.
get them to stop.
Like
I mean, at
start
the end of the
booing
day,
niggas.
everyone,
Might have
Alright, what's the
to.
thought process?
everyone got bodily autonomy. You do what you want to do, but it's like,
I do
damn,
want to know
bro.
what's the thought
Niggas
process.
just don't know the health effects of this shit in 10 years, so that's why it's bad.
But you know it's not good for you.
Yeah.
So what's the? I guess like what's the? Because we all do things that aren't good for us.
We all got our
You feel me?
vices,
We all
yeah.
got our different vices. So it's like I can't be a hypocrite. I'll still go and put marijuana smoke in my lungs. I know that shit don't belong there, my nigga. Or you might be watching and have a drink of alcohol. You know that shit not better for you than water. But sometimes you say, hey, fuck it. This is what we got to do.
Facts.
We got a short life to live
Yeah.
and
But
everything.
the frequency of the vaping, I feel like it's crazy. like the accessibility. It's like every 2 minutes, a niggas just puffing. It's like, God damn.
Yeah, them niggas be that's
like,
bad,
God damn.
I done seen that nigga. That shit's bad, bro.
Do you have plans to like slowly stop, or is it like, nah, I'm cooling?
Yeah, eventually I'm gonna stop. It just is what it is. Sometimes I just don't do it. Sometimes like the whole time when I went to Georgia for that 2 weeks, I ain't bring no vape. I was just like, yeah, I'm about to just cool with my family. It just be sometimes, nigga. I just be like, nigga, I'm trying to vape.
What, it provides like a hair rush? Like what is
like
it?
what? Like yeah, what does that do for you?
Bro, you just gotta hit it.
I'm good.
Bro, you might as well be smoking a cigarette, bro. You know that, right?
Nah.
You basically just smoking cigarettes.
They said cigarettes are healthier than the vapes.
Whoa.
Yeah, they did say that
What?
because it's not
crazy.
as condensed as
That's
far as like the
actually
nicotine, like the
like concentration?
But I
Yeah,
thought,
concentration.
but that's not the only bad part about a cigarette, bro. Your teeth turn yellow, start falling off, your breath stink, you stink. Like
That's
at
just 'cause
least,
it's- that's
at least
'cause
the
of the
vape
smoke.
like avoids that part of it. You feel me? You
Hey,
avoid
man,
at least
so
the
sometimes
And
nasty.
you could charge
So
them
we
shits
think,
in some
nigga.
cases, so it's like it's reusable, it's rechargeable.
Like I said, it's good for
You
the
feel me?
environment.
for the environment.
The nigga actually.
Nah, not me,
It's better
nigga.
for
said
the
I gotta
environment.
say,
I'm
you gotta
putting it
get
out
it.
for the
Yeah,
environment.
Put it out there. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
you
crazy
work
though.
for them nigga.
But it's just funny, like every other YouTube ad is like, you think it's solving your anxiety and your depression, but it's actually making it worse.
I seen that shit on WWE, nigga.
Shit.
Oh shit.
You know how they be having to like say no to drug shit? They had that shit on WWE. They was like, yo, it was like in between on Raw every episode now. They be like, yo, stop vaping. Yeah, that shit bad for
because
you.
they know they target market
Yeah.
corrupted, bro. It's over, bro.
Probably because niggas be vaping in the arena and they be like, yo, don't fucking come here and do that shit. You
Niggas
gonna get
always
kicked out of this
vaping.
shit.
in the arena. Crazy.
Yeah, I be seeing niggas do that shit. They be smoking. They just like fuck the vaping shit. Niggas be bringing in like their weed. They be smoking in the venues.
I saw
and shit.
security take a blunt out of a nigga's mouth at the Cuddy show.
Yeah,
At a
that
Cuddy
shit's
show,
bad.
yeah. Stepped on that shit. Shit's
Stepped
crazy.
on it, nigga.
Stepped
You owe
on
me
it,
some
took the blunt out
weed,
the
bro.
mouth.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Like,
You
why
owe
the fuck
me
you
weed.
smoking inside?
That shit crazy.
Bro, everybody smokes at concerts, bro.
You're not supposed to.
You're not
though.
Like,
Nigga,
what?
I know you're not
So
supposed
if you
to.
get
but
caught, can you be
Bro, I don't
mad?
smoke at no
but
concert.
they don't even care, bro. They don't even
You smoke at
bro,
concerts?
I do not.
But the
They do
thing
it-
is, if they
everybody
get
don't do
caught,
that shit,
should
nigga.
you be mad at yourself or mad at the person that caught you?
Definitely mad
No,
yourself.
mad at yourself.
nigga.
Obviously, it's
Yeah.
against the
So
rules. But I'm just
that's
saying,
like rule
you didn't have
number
to do
one.
all that. You didn't have to do all that, though. I understand, like, you could take it that far, but nigga, just tell me to put it away, bro. I ain't gonna smoke it, bro. As simple as that.
Nah, because as soon as he walk away,
Yeah,
you
you
gonna
got-
put
you
back
gotta
on
think
shit.
about it.
Ah, and then-
Yeah, that nigga didn't- he didn't
if
do
he-
nothing about that?
If he steps on it, then I understand. But don't step on it the first time.
But
That's
typically,
fucked
the
up.
artists who be performing be encouraging the audience members
Bro,
too.
bro,
and
they
there'd be a
literally-
disconnect
there's
between that shit.
There's a culture, literally, quick pat, boom, boom, boom. The moment you're in there, everybody's lighting
Yeah,
up, bro.
everybody
That's
got
just
some
real,
shit
that's
like
what
that.
it is, bro. Huh?
Not that TD.
TD Garden, that don't happen
No.
ever.
I mean, you can still you can
I was
find
I
a
was about
way.
to say, I was with
You
somebody.
can
that
find a
smoked
way.
weed
No,
on
you can
TV.
find a way. But I'm saying it's not just a pat down, nigga. They go through your bag.
Oh yeah,
they go
yeah,
through the
facts,
bags,
facts,
yeah.
facts, facts.
Nigga, you put
And
that
now in
shit
certain
in your
venues,
hair, my
and now
nigga.
at MGM and shit, and all them venues that they're doing over there, nigga, you have to have a clear bag. They got to be able to see
gotta
what's in
see
your
through it,
bag,
yeah.
and they go through it still.
They still
That's
go
crazy.
through it.
But hey, man, I don't want to preach too much. Like, if this is something you're dealing with, I would encourage you to, you know,
Facts. Find
chill,
alternatives.
bro. Find alternatives. You
Eat
know,
some celery. That shit always do the trick.
like I said, we all got our vices.
Some
I'm
ranch.
not here to like.
I would have said peanut butter.
I'm not here to knock
for
anybody's vices or
This
anything.
nigga
We all
love
got
peanut
it.
butter.
That's crazy.
I love some peanut butter.
Some
too,
Nutella
no
on
bullshit.
the celery.
Nah, we ain't
on
fucking
the-
with Nutella. I ain't
Ooh, that
fucking
might
with
could
Nutella.
bust.
Nutella on the celery.
That
I'm
might
not
could
doing
bust.
that shit. Might be crazy.
I can't do that.
We might have just did something. Hold on, we
Yeah.
gotta try that.
Their cameras are off at this point, so we kind of just got to roll. Hey
Lamar
man,
Jackson,
we,
huh?
we gave y'all a great episode. I hope y'all, you know, stuck around to enjoy all the conversation, stuck around us
Thanks.
for our guy EXO.
Of course, of course.
Feel me? Blank EP coming soon. We're excited. Young Rob project coming soon.
Nah, 508 God project.
Young Rob
Cool.
is dead. I forgot,
I was
bro.
about to say you changed everything.
Facts.
Yo,
It's
that-
official, official.
It's God.
It's
Next
Rob
to
the
Ben
508
with
God.
the tombstone.
It's not Rob the 508 God, but I
Lost
still
Rob.
got
Lost
to.
Rob.
I still got to keep the Rob
I got
around. You
your
feel
IG
me?
right now. What it look like? Let me see something.
It's gonna say Rob.
508
So when
God.
you introduce it, you can't be like, yo, it's Young Rob on the mic.
He
You gotta say
didn't.
it's 508 God
Said
on the
the
mic.
didn't say- he
Rob
didn't
the
say Young
508
Rob today.
God.
That's why he said y'all gonna
No,
like this
don't
one.
say Rob at all.
You could have
gotta-
did that whole shit for the chamber. That could have been like the
FKA,
rebirth.
Young
That would have been
Rob.
That
hard.
would've been
You might
hard.
could have won if you
But
did
I
that.
lost, so I like
No,
that.
I'm saying-
I went down in flames and
We're
just,
saying like if you had done it so that you were like, yo, Young Rob is not on this bill. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
put out
I'm
the
dead.
tombstones for
I
Go to this
yourself.
nigga's page.
For Young Rob, he like it's the
This
508
nigga
God.
Nate, bro. This nigga Nate knew what he was doing. I go to this nigga's page. On the post, you see Nate's comment. Good luck to you, my brother. Hoping to see you on the other side. Handshake.
The light skin hand. And
I was telling them about that. Like that nigga changes the handshake emoji for everyone he's talking about.
Oh man,
They should have that shit mixed. They don't got the mixed hands.
They do. They do.
Oh, the mixed colors?
Yeah, you can switch.
It's a dark hand and a light skin hand. Shake your hand.
Ah, that's fire.
Hey man,
I didn't peek.
you already know we rocking. We're back, and we gonna be more consistent.
Yes,
and
sir.
we got a lot more content coming for y'all.
Shout out to everyone that got nominated for Boston Music Award that we know, that we rock with. Zola, Key,
that we rock with.
You know what I mean? Hawes, Stefan.
Facts.
Hey yo, the real ones.
Game,
I need y'all to flood.
Facts.
I need y'all to flood this shit, bro. This snub is
If
ridiculous.
y'all feel some type of way, let them niggas know. I ain't gonna speak on it. I ain't got nothing to say to them niggas.
I was gonna say, I fuck with the BMAs regardless if I get nominated or not.
Speak on
so.
that shit. Speak on
Them
it.
niggas ain't never did nothing to me personally, so I fuck with them still.
Hey
I
man,
don't know them niggas.
we out.
I feel you got more to say, nigga. You got more to say, bro.
I got nothing to say for them niggas, bro.
I know you got more to say.
I need to stop calling white people niggas anyways, bro.
Shit.
That's the day. Today's the day.